Dash. Want to get double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in this gospel abroad, living up the standard of Yahweh Shem Shai, wherever it may be. His brothers here, the great millstone, Kansas City branch, out here another week, prophesying the end of this current system, and to wake up our people, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, which is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to warn you to come back to your biblical identity, that you're the true children of Israel. Whether you forbear, you hear it, we don't give a damn, man. All right? So with that being said, we're going to prophesy the end of this kingdom, because we know that America is set to be destroyed according to the Bible, as we have all types of prophecies coming to pass, from the war in the Middle East to the institution of the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay? We also have inclement weather. Like right now, we're in this feast that you call Christmas, which goes back to Saturnalia, okay? But yet you got 60-degree temperatures out here, man, which the Most High is making fun of your high holy days. Because 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, maybe 20, you come out here to the streets, or you come out and you celebrate Christmas, it's all live and jolly. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 feet of snow on the ground. You know, everybody is out in a merry spirit, but you ain't even got no snow for your Christmas, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Most High is really fucking your shit up, man. You know? So yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing that we're saying that the Most High is getting ready to bring judgment to this place, man. All right? Because through the Spirit, hey, the prophets, they've been out here warning you people, man. Okay? We've been out here warning you, telling you to repent, bringing out the scriptures, okay? Prompting you to come back to your heritage. But yet, you scoff, you fan, you walk past the camp, you don't take no account for your actions. You know, and y'all think that this place is gonna go on forever. All right, but we got news for you, man. Coming 2024, Lord's will, hopefully civil war hit the streets of America, man.
That's right.
Okay, because you people, man, you gotta get woken up. All right, y'all walking around here, how the hell you gonna be in a jolly spirit and yet your dollar is collapsing, man? Here you are in inflation, the highest rate of inflation in 40 goddamn years. And you stupid ass people are walking around here like that's gonna be another year or something, man. You American people are the most dumbest people on the planet Earth, man. This is why everybody hates you.
That's right.
You are in the middle of an economic collapse, and bring out scriptures, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
Yeah, man, because it says the Most High making the earth empty. And how he's gonna do that? Through his judgments, okay? Through all hell breaking loose, and ultimately through that third world war that you affectionately, that the Bible calls a war of Armageddon, man. Okay, which is imminent. All right, we ain't got no 2030, no 2045, ain't no year 3000, but hey, they're talking about possibly going to war officially in 2024, man, Lord's will. Because what I'm realizing in the beginning of every year, hey, the Most High turns things up, man. You know, he turns it up every year. And next year, it's not going to be, it's no exception. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 3, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled. For the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
The earth mourneth and fadeth away, man. Okay? Because right now, hey, this place is decayed. How the hell you are in the middle of winter and yet it's 60 degrees outside, man?
Yeah.
Like, don't y'all see something terribly wrong with that? Because just a week ago, they were spraying chemtrails extra heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if y'all know anything about the chemtrails or the contrails, that alternates the weather patterns, man. They call it cloud seeding, or what they call it geoengineering, which is basically modifying the weather, man. And also, a lot of cold cases are gonna go up. A lot of white lung syndrome, like all that shit they talking about in China, hey, it's already gonna be here due to the chemtrails, man. So come next week when temperatures plummet, and the week after that, the new year, hey, you're gonna have probably a whole new case of fucking COVID over here, man. You know? This is unnatural.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
And it says, verse 4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
And what's the definition of haughty?
Yeah, it means proud.
Extremely proud, extremely arrogant, man. And you got to be extremely arrogant to walk around this place with not a care in the world, not giving a damn about who you are, man. Calling yourself African American, calling yourselves black, calling yourselves Negroes, calling yourselves Hispanics, Native Americans, man. The Most High ain't call you no goddamn Native American, and the Most High didn't call you no black person, man.
Yeah.
He told you were the children of Israel. Embrace it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, they changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, when you go into that word ordinance, it goes into laws, man. They've changed the ordinance because now they tell you that a woman could become a man or a man could become a woman. Then they put the woman at the head of the family, you know what I'm saying, and wonder why the black family is in fucking shambles today. Then you got weak ass beta male niggas that condone the bullshit that they fucking women are doing out here, man.
Right.
And then they want to fight you all because you called a fucking woman out. You know what I'm saying? When you supposed to have your bitch in order in the first place, man.
Right. Look at that bullshit over there, man. See that?
Oh, yeah.
See that? See, that's what America getting ready to go send over there to die, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of women that think that they can be men.
Yeah.
That's very picturesque of the American military, man.
Yeah.
I can show you the basic one that's out of order, man.
Yep.
You know?
A bunch of goddamn debased degenerates, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the longer you brothers in this truth, the more aggravated, the more angry you get, man. Yeah. And sometimes ain't nothing gotta happen. You can just wake up and just be in a vexed spirit.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like, I woke up this morning, I was cool. I took a nap, man. I woke up, the spirit of frustration just came over me, man. Cause these people got to get cursed out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
This is verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh.
All the merry-hearted do sigh. So it's gonna come a time that that smile that you people walk around with gonna get wiped off your face, man.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing to smile about.
That's right.
You got an idiot as a goddamn president, man.
Yeah.
He telling you some gazillion years ago that some type of what this nigga say? He said something about the filibuster or some shit being like over 100,000, some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the niggas complaining because they lies ain't working right, but these are the same idiots that'll go and put Biden back in office, man. You know what I'm saying? And then what's so crazy about it is these niggas don't do research on their political candidates. They don't know no background. They don't know historical evidence. They ignore all the rape, robbery, and murder that they've done in Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And all because the motherfucker wear blue, now we gotta put him in office.
Right.
Do you know what this man done? Do you know the history of this man? Do you know the family he come from? Do you know the type of death he brought to our people?
Right. Yeah, because that guy Joe Biden and all these so-called Democrats, man, what they figured out is you niggas are so simple. They can take everything from you, have you empowered it for 50 years, but as long as they speak to you nicely, you niggas are okay with it, man. You will vote the same niggas in office because they speak nice words to you or they give you food stamps. But you not scratching your head wondering how the fuck is 3 generations here out of the civil rights movement and you still at the fucking bottom, man. Voting for the same motherfucking party, man. It's just like a woman that's trying to get a man to marry her, man.
Yep.
He's like, nah, not right now, you know, but he's still hitting it. You know, that's you niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got put in the friend zone, Jake. And not only that, but this nigga literally is passing policy to destroy you, man. The scriptures say that when prayer prosper in his hand, by peace he shall destroy many. How does he do that, man? He said, look, I got something cheap for you, but then you look into the food and you see why it's so damn cheap, because he's poisoned it, man.
Yeah, the food is poison. Like when we were younger, man, our parents used to feed us McDonald's and all that fucking bullshit, man. We ain't supposed to be eating that. That's poison. You know what I'm saying? And then they tell you straightforward the food has no nutrients, but then we go out and we buy the same shit.
Right.
It's like, what are you doing?
Right.
And then to make it so bad, the kids are eating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The kids, like, ain't no way in hell little boys is addicted. What the hell is up with little boys and chicken and nuggets, man?
Right. He came up with Flintstone vitamins, man.
Yeah.
There's no damn nutrients in the food, man.
Yeah, it's nothing but dye on empty-ass vitamins, man. And we used to be fucking them shits up. We used to eat them like kids.
Hell yeah.
You know, you had that badass aftertaste in your mouth because you know this shit ain't real, man.
Right. You know, but to make that point, when it says the merry-hearted do sigh, man, this spirit of Christmas that these people are supposed to be in, it's not like when I was a kid, man. When I would watch Home Alone, you know, the Kevin McAllister house, you know, it was a certain spirit behind it. It was like more mirth to it, you know. But now it's dry as hell, man.
Yeah.
People are just going through the motions, swiping the credit card, going into more debt. buying your little ones toys that you know they ain't gonna use in 2 months.
Yep.
But you gotta do it anyway because you gotta keep up with the spirit of buying Christmas presents every year, man.
Right.
Esau got y'all ass, man.
Hey, and that's the spirit you bought that Home Alone up, man, because that was back in like 1990, 1991.
Right,
you know,
right.
you look outside, you see the Christmas lights, you see
Yeah.
2 foot of snow. Everybody's in a real cool spirit, man, you know.
Yeah. That's what made me think of it earlier when you said I was thinking of that. I used to watch Home Alone. I'm like, damn. 'Cause back in Louisiana, we ain't have snow and shit.
Yeah.
So when I would watch it on TV, I was getting that spirit as a kid, man. But people don't even have that anymore, man.
Shit, Chicago has so much snow, man, you can loan that shit out and still have enough.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Straight up, man. You got more on that?
A little bit more.
Bring it out.
Verse 8, it says, the mirth of tabrets ceased, the noise of them that rejoice ended.
Right, it says that, read that again, Slaughter.
It says, the mirth of the tabrets ceased, the noise of them that rejoice ended.
Right, it says the mirth of the tavern ceased, meaning your clubs, your venues, man, your movie provinces, all these things are getting ready to come to a particular head. And it's gonna come sudden, man, because I was reading that in 2nd Ezra when it says suddenly it should come upon them. When it says sudden, meaning that it's just gonna happen, bro. Like right now, we're out here teaching, but then literally after we shut down camp, all hell could break loose, bro.
Yeah.
Like you remember back in 2020 when we was out there teaching, and then we called it, and then the shutdowns came right after we shut down the camp, bro. Yeah, bro. And that was sudden because when nobody expecting that shit.
Yeah.
We was literally on the line out here speaking, and then we was like, man, hey, they could bring the shutdowns right before we shut down camp. I say like 45 minutes they did that shit.
Bro, it's not that very week. We couldn't go out after that following week, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't see these brothers for maybe, I don't know how many, 4 or 5 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, it was vetted.
You know, just like that, bro.
Yep.
And Esau already jumped at you. You niggas flinched last time. So now he already know any kind of proposal that he has, y'all gonna fall for it, man.
That's right.
You know? You people are fucking stupid and base and low, man.
That was just a big test run so they can see what the masses is going to contribute to when that day hits.
Yep.
They're basically tallying up, all right, this is how many people is going to conform to it, this is how many people is not. So they're going to base their manpower and their military and their plans based on that reaction. That's all that shit was about, man.
Yep.
Because did we really see bodies real hit the ground?
Hell no.
Hell no. That shit was, so we know what it is. But this time though, this time gonna be a little bit different, man. Y'all gonna see some fucking bodies, man.
Okay.
They're gonna release the real thing this time, man.
Yeah, God. Well, hey, man, going back to that point, I was bringing out that account. This is from the book called The New World Order, which is actually a good book. Now, they go off with the Christian, they always say Christian, that they have a war on Christianity. But if you're smart, you would know that these same Marxists set up that religion of Christianity. Christianity goes hand in hand with the Masonic and the Jesuit orders, the same shit. But when they say Christianity in this book, you got to put yourself that they're talking about the Israelites, man. Because they wasn't really anticipating a huge awakening like this. And this is why they try to dumb it down. But going back to what you said, this is the introduction. It says, I'm going to start. The New World Order would include changes in the family, which says, and this book was written back in 1990. So he had to gather his research over a 20-year period, meaning that he had to go back all the way up to the 70s to get this information, probably before then. So it said the New World Order would include changes in the family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. The state will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right on point with that one.
Yeah. And that's a Marxist agenda.
Right.
And it says here, all women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. And this is why these hoes want to go to work so goddamn bad, man.
Yeah.
Being a goddamn sex worker. You got bitches dropping out of school at 19 years old from college just to go be OnlyFans hoes, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She see that she can make 30 bands a year off selling some titties, and all of a sudden she wants to drop out of college and become the next big hoe. She wants to be the next Suki Hunter, man.
Yeah. That's a trick bag, man.
Yeah.
Because Esau says that, it says it in Isaiah 47, the proud, the virgin daughter, they had not considered the latter end of it, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all didn't see, you didn't realize when you hit 40 years old, there's no more male attention, and you got to work another 30, 40 years.
Ooh.
You realize that? Because most of y'all are not good with money. You get 100 bands a month. That shit is gone in next year, man.
Yeah.
You know, y'all don't consider it, man. And that's how every one of y'all are in that same boat, man.
And it says here, divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous marriages will be slowly phased out. It says the workplace, the government will become the owner of all factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. Cotton Swab said you will own none and be happy about it.
Yeah.
And it says religion will be outlawed and believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned. It's talking about us, brothers. It says there will be a new religion, the worship of man in his mind, and all will believe in a new religion, which goes back to that bullshit Scientology, man.
Yeah.
You know, when you go into the whole history of Scientology, it goes into the study of self, worship, like I said, goes back into to pretty much Freemasonry, man. Because most Scientologists are Masons. Like Tom Cruise, hey, he's a Mason, but yet he embraces Scientology, man. You know?
Yeah, there's a movie that came out, I think, called The Mark 666. And it shows you all that, man. It shows you the one world religion, the one world government, everything that this book is talking about. They probably read that book, read the scriptures, and kind of put it in a movie. This is an old movie, though. It's like back in the 90s or 80s, I think it came out.
Yep. And it says the United States will play a major role in bringing it to the world. And why is that? What's one reason how America can enforce this on people? Yeah, but how are they going to do it?
The money.
And
Money
how?
system is one angle.
Sword. Exactly. Because you know when you go into Revelation, the 16th chapter, when it goes into the three unclean frogs, Esau deals with what he called a trilateral city. Okay, you got the Vatican, you got America, and then you got the London, or you got the UK, so to speak, which is the financial capital behind it. Going into the Vatican, which that Vatican means divine serpent. That's the religious aspect of it, where all the seances and shit go forth. And then America is being the military facet that goes behind, and they force their philosophies on people. And this is why you can find the CIA in every goddamn country. Because the CIA, they go undercover, convert ops to be specific, and then they push these agendas into particular governments. Then they assassinate leaders, and then they set up their own dictators. Before you know it, you got women being over men. You got women that's running a household in motherfucking Saudi Arabia somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into this. It says world wars have been fought to further its aims. And it says the majority of the people will not readily accept the new world order, but will be deceived into accepting it by two strategies. It says the favoring changes will have to become seated in the very thrones of power, generally without the public realizing the fact, because these people, they don't even know what the fuck coming. You know what I'm saying? They claim to be free, they claim to be in a world of information, but they don't realize that they're slowly walking into the elite's plan, man. Because they have no rights. And this is why you had a Michigan militia that took up arms basically and say, well, look, man, they trying to outlaw our gun rights, so we got to fight back against that, man. Because, hey, you have no rights left here. The Constitution, you can really wipe your ass with. Because they outlawed that shit after 9/11, man. Do what they call the Patriot Act 2, man. Okay? And it says in a world order, or the old world order, will be destroyed piece by piece by a series of planned nibbles at the established format. Going back to what the brother was saying, bodies are gonna start dropping, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The point you made, bro, that's a good point, because everybody wants a Tesla, right? One of those things they're gonna change is everybody driving an electric vehicle. They want that hard coded in the law by 2030, man.
Right.
Electric, and where is that gonna go? And that movie we watched on Netflix, what happened, man? They thought it was just cool to have an electric vehicle, but you could just hack the motherfuckers, man. You see? And now you switch. He's gotten you to switch over to a new technology that you thought was good for you, but what did it do? It gave the devil more power over you, man.
Sorry.
That's right, because that technology they put in these cars, right, it started out in 07 when they started coming out with that tech, with OnStar. You know, if you got OnStar and you got a vehicle, if somebody steals your ride, all you gotta do is call OnStar and they can shut it off remotely wherever the fuck it's at.
Yeah.
But that switch, you can actually go in there in that engine, you can remove it, you know. But you can't remove shit if you got a Tesla. If you got an electric vehicle, you know, so everybody's going on a fad, running to get these electric cars. Be careful, man, because it's gonna come a time where only gasoline engine vehicles is gonna be the ones that you're gonna be in transportation with. 'Cause they're gonna shut all that shit off.
That's why they're trying to outlaw that shit, man. They don't want anybody driving gasoline vehicles like with the next 10 years or so. They're like, we gotta outlaw that shit. Hey, you niggas that love Hellcats, hey, you gonna have to plug them motherfucker up to adopt it somewhere, man. Cause it ain't gonna take no gas. All you jakes that wanna put yourselves in debt to get a damn Hellcat to impress some fucking thought, man.
Right.
Simple ass jakes, man. You know?
Those 15-minute cities, man, they just want a bunch of robo-taxis, man. That's how they want it. They don't want you to actually own and drive anywhere.
Yeah.
They want you locked down in one specific area. Kind of like right here, they have the river market. They're trying to build this shit up.
Yeah.
The trolley. That's how they want everything, man.
Yeah. But people believe that they're doing it for their convenience. No, this is to enslave you, man. Hey, what's that guy name? I think it was one of the Rothschilds or one of the Rockefellers, he said, look, I don't need a nation of thinkers, I need a nation of workers. My thing is, how the hell is people going to work every day? I mean, you literally have less purchasing power than what you did 6 months ago. You literally have less purchasing power than you did a year ago. How in the hell are you even still going to work? Why aren't you people pissed off, man?
Right.
What the fuck is going on with y'all, man?
Right.
Y'all that goddamn docile, the chemtrails that got you people. Ain't no way in hell this shit would be going on in Europe or any other place that they have half of brain cells that's working. You got motherfuckers over there in different countries that's willing to tear shit up for less.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Here, migrants are literally invading your country. They're pushing their citizens in Chicago. Bro, they're giving migrants gun rights, man. They're waiving their gun privileges because it was a point in time that if you came over here illegally or so-called legally, or you didn't apply for a visa, you couldn't get a firearm. You couldn't own a firearm. But now they're allowing migrants to literally be police force. They said, look, y'all can apply for the police force. You can have weapons. You can have paychecks. You can have tax exempt. They got everything. And you people are working your 9-to-5 bullshit jobs, man. Getting ripped off by the elites. You people should be in the streets riding right now, man. You know?
Go ahead, brother. The book of 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So you got to be, knowledgeable of all these plans of attack. They plan on doing to you people, man.
Right.
There's all sorts of things. We're talking about the cars. Take one EMP, all electric vehicles. If they got hit with that, they're never turning back on again. That's it. You know? Yep. So they can just, if you don't comply with their standards, you think you're going, I'm gonna take off. Now I'm gonna take off and run and go to the wilderness. Let me get my whip and drive, and all of a sudden, that shit don't come on, man.
But they show you in those movies, Shalaki, that every doomsday movie they show you that the highways are so packed because everybody is trying to get out the city at once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because most people don't understand. If you're not from the rural area, you don't understand back roads, man. There's more ways to get around outside of going down the goddamn interstate. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, what is this? This is 3 different highways in one spot. This is 35, 635, and also I think you got 71 going back north and south. You think you're gonna be able to drive down here? You're not gonna be able to hit any of the major intersections or the major interstates here in Kansas City, man. They're gonna have that shit lock, stock, and barrel. So if you ain't out of this city, by the time it is, you're done, unless you live out south somewhere that you can hit them back roads. But other than that, you ain't getting out of this city, man.
Yeah, not without a fight. You're gonna have to shoot your way out and try to fight, and that means shooting a fight in the military and militias.
Yeah.
Different gangs gonna set up, man. Every single roadway gonna be blocked off, man.
Yeah, right.
What's that precept said that man shall desire to go to the city and shall not be able?
2 Andrew 16.
You know? Yo, bro's gonna grab that real quick. Okay, go ahead, bro.
2 Ezra chapter 15 and 17 says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, so you think you're gonna you idiots out here got shit planned out, right? You doomsday preppers and shit. You really think you got it figured out? I seen this doomsday prepper, they got this heavy up armor vehicles and shit like that. It's all bulletproof. Motherfucker, you ain't gonna be able to drive nowhere with that shit, man. Things is gonna go back to the times where it was back in the 1600s when your transportation was on a horseback.
Well, nah.
If you ain't got no horse, you ain't getting nowhere.
Well, nah. Them guys with them big ass fucking them M wraps on top of them truck, they gonna get around. They gonna.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Besides
Like,
that.
They gonna bull because you gotta understand like the constitutionalists of the society, the ones that believe in that constitution, that's gonna be the only defensive force that America is gonna have. Because most of the American military gonna get shipped to the Middle East, and the ones that don't get shipped, they already been sold out to their governments. They're gonna be right along with these Gurkha and UN troops mowing down Americans, man. Because that's one thing, Esau not gonna play with you. When he activate that foreign military to come through your neighborhoods, hey, it's either get down or you're gonna lay down, man. They don't call the UN the peacekeepers for nothing. That's exactly what they do. They keep the peace. Okay, they don't spare man, woman, child, and they don't give a fuck if you got a fat ass and some green goddamn hair, man. They blowing your back out, literally.
Yeah.
All right?
That's right, man.
People gonna start fucking them up, bro. Like they're so scared. The police, the cops, man, they ain't got no chance, man. Most of them gonna quit. the police force, because ain't nobody, man. You got Jakes robbing cops at gunpoint in Chicago, man. The cops, that's the last thing to be fucking worried about. They don't even pull people over for real, because they don't want no smoke with nobody.
Yeah,
and
man.
for their sake, they should be pulling people over.
And especially in these days, if these days approaching, if you got a police uniform on, you basically trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
They're gonna come after you now.
Yep.
They're gonna, number one, they're gonna want your pistol. Satan probably said a great thing. That's Satan trying to disrupt the word. Yeah.
That's the Northern Kingdom, man. That could low key be some MS-13 motherfuckers over there, man. Yeah, you gotta peep everything, man. Hey, this it's different. It's different times we in. It ain't the same, bro. I feel like we walk into like a fucking different dimension or something.
Yeah, it's gonna get bad out here, man. I remember I watched the translation of that movie, Peter Word Behind the Man, Building Kingdom Woman. She was running up. She had nothing chasing her, nothing was behind her or nothing, bro. She was just out. She was just scared because she was by herself.
Right.
That's all it took was for her to just be alone out there by herself. You saw the countenance on her face. She was shook, man. That's getting ready to be these people out here, man. When the Lord shut this shit down, they gonna get busy on y'all, man. The peacekeepers, they gonna have a cold spirit on them.
Yep.
Hey, you can't hide from it, man. Because you know that it came out this week. You know, all these elites, they're building all these bunkers, man.
Yeah.
And that's in the scripture. That was edifying us to see how much reports is coming out. Like they've been doing that shit for a long time. But now we're hearing so many different celebrities that's building them shits.
Yeah, that nigga Zuckerberg spent like 100 mil or some shit, about 100 mil. See, when you worth 100 billion, 200 million is like chump change. That ain't gonna put a dent in your finances.
Right.
Shit, you know. And you know what's so crazy about it is, like, when you go to Russia and different countries, they actually warned their citizens that all hell was getting ready to break loose. They said, look, you got bunkers, go in them. Hey, what the American media doing? They telling people to go out and buy Christmas presents, man. Right now, if these people had half a fucking brain cell, they would literally be going in bunkers right now.
Right.
And the average elite ain't building a bunker over here in America because America's gonna get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like lower level like celebrities and shit got little $250,000 bunkers in their backyard, which may go down so many feet, make 6-7 bedrooms, and the missus gonna eat that shit alive, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they building bunkers in Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole Maui situation, setting up the 15-minute smart cities and building them bunkers. That's why they did that shit. And if you smart, you would build the bunkers in like Switzerland, some goddamn where, man. You know what I'm saying? You won't build no bunker over here.
Yeah, especially not even Hawaii. That's not smart because you got all that fucking ocean surrounding you.
Yeah.
All it's gonna take is this one fucking nuke set off in the ocean to create a tsunami. That whole island is gonna be swallowed up. You know? So unless that shit fucking can take being underwater, hey, Zuckerberg, you ain't hiding from shit, man. But this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 19. It says, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of Yahweh and for the glory of his majesty when he arrives to shake terribly the earth. So that goes to show they're going to try to hide to the ground. And that's exactly, if you turn on the news, hey, this is public information they're talking about it on major news outlets. These people, these celebrities, Mark Zuckerberg, they're building these major compounds, bunkers. So what should I tell you what's coming? Didn't Trump just get on the fucking television on the 19th of December? What did he say? He said World War III is imminent, man.
Hey, you know what? And that's funny because Meek Mill, he tweeted, he said that shit, Meek Mill even said it. He said there's some shit coming because he says, why everybody running in bunkers? You think Meek Mill got a bunker? Hell nah. Nigga like that, he broke. He ain't got no real money to build no goddamn bunker, man. But see, some should tell these people that, man, something is getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? The fact that people running and resorting to safety, they finna leave you people out here to fend for yourselves. You know why? Because, hey, they getting ready to release pestilence at an all-time high. They were talking about zombie apocalypse. That's what that whole goddamn CDC shit was about 2 years ago. That's the real thing, man. Okay, they said that whole, you know what, it's causing people to having different personalities now, man. You know, people are really bugging the fuck out. Motherfuckers is aggressive and shit, you know. They driving crazy. Motherfuckers are flipping their vehicles over. All types of stuff, man. And you think the elites don't see this coming? They ain't finna be out up here while you people are out here killing each other for Starbucks. You know, Market Grill. go to the T-Mobile Center, they're at least like, man, y'all can have this shit. We going underground.
Right.
Okay? Because it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be crazy out here, man.
Right.
You know?
That's why the scriptures speak about that multiple times, about it's going to have to be something special to go down and grab those individuals. Because the rest of you regular people, y'all just going to die killing each other, man.
Yeah.
You know? These low level bunkers y'all got, man. As soon as somebody know where you stay, it don't matter how fortified that bunker is, man.
Yeah.
Your best defense is privacy, man.
Yeah.
The fact that nobody knows it's there. Those are going to be the people that are the safest.
Yeah.
That's right. Being a nomad, being pilgrims upon the earth, the scriptures say. That's the smartest way to move in that time. You can't just try to sit put and ride some shit out. You gotta stay in one spot, get you some rest. You might not be able to get full rest.
Yeah.
And get up and move, man. Watch the book of Eli, man. They show you that. I think they're coming out with a sequel too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I seen a poster on social media. So hey, look, we in the times, man. You gotta be ready to move, man. You know, hey, them bunkers, them shits ain't, them at least ain't about to enjoy them shits for real, man. Some of them, yeah, they might avoid some of the missile to get caught up by the hunters. But for the most part, a lot of these people that got these bunkers, that's for the elect. We're gonna be getting them shits, man.
Yeah.
They showed you that in that movie, Leave the World Behind. That little girl, she just walked right on up in there. You don't know what happened next. What's gonna happen in the next movie, but for the most part, she was chilling, man.
She turned on the Xbox, bro. Got to playing that shit. I got a precept. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, and we got more than that. Actually, in Isaiah 24 goes more into too. But this is the book of 2nd Esdras 5:1. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come when they which dwell upon the earth should be taken in great number, and the way of truth should be hidden, and the land should be barren of faith, man. And what it means to be taken in great number, mass death. Okay, 1 minute, hey, you may be talking to a relative, the next minute they may be gone. And you got to get it in your mindset when they cut the power, when they cut the phones, and there's no communication. And you got to have in your mindset, look, if the Lord ain't with my family, they gone. You can't be worried about your son or daughter, your mother, your father that day, your girlfriend. Hey, if the Lord ain't got them in your particular protection at that time, and they haven't been serving the Lord, then hey, you got to count that shit up as a loss, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the best to deal with it by not knowing. Back in your mind, you got to trick yourself like, yeah, I know my mother's probably dead somewhere, but nobody's confirmed it. So you got to trick yourself to believe that ain't the case, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are going to bug out here when they start losing relatives, man. You know, when kids get grabbed up and separated from the families, that's going to be a real deal. You know? Because when they institute the Charagma, hey, mass division is going to come from that. Because they're going to introduce the Charagma in a time of chaos, in a time of despair and hopelessness, man. And then you're going to have real divisions like, look, man, we cannot take that, or this is going to happen. People going to say, fuck that, man. You go that way, I'll go that way. And hey, brothers, be prepared, man. Your woman may leave with the kids, man. You know, she may say, man, I'm taking a Charagma. My 8-year-old got to eat. Then you being a man of the Lord, what you going to do? Follow behind her? Hell nah, you got to keep pushing, man. And say, you know what? Fuck that bitch, man. We're through.
And the scriptures say, remember Lot's wife?
Yeah.
There's a reason why that was said within the scriptures.
Yep.
There's many wives and women, they're going to perish, man. I mean, you really got to think about it, do the math. If 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, and women outnumber us 7-1, think of how much is going to be composed of that of women. 66.6% of the population.
Yep.
Imagine how many of the population, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans put together, 66.6% of that mass amount of people, and then 7-1 of those women are going to perish.
Yep.
So a lot of them, don't worry about what the fuck your wife gonna do. She gonna remember Lot's wife. She gonna turn. It's gonna be weak and fold, man.
Yeah, most of them gonna fucking get destroyed, man. That's why at this point in time, I ain't stunning no goddamn women, man. For real. Honestly, I'm tired of women. Straight up, they be good. Like honestly speaking, I might get in that spirit. I ain't gonna deal with a woman till I get in the kingdom, man. Cause you hoes are vexing. Even the righteous ones, you fucking nuts, man.
That's right.
You can just hope that they have a merciful death, man.
Yeah.
But sometimes getting gunned down gonna be merciful, man. In that day, the scriptures say you ain't gonna see death and should not be able to find it, man.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's gonna be way worse death. Wolves be running around here. You're gonna hear niggas getting ripped up. Then you're gonna die in a famine. You're gonna be like, man, shoot me, man.
Hey, y'all saw that episode of The Simpsons when Homer killed Death when he hit that nigga in the head with the bowling ball and shit, and then Death really fled, and then hey, you had Fat Tony. They was in the alley. They was shooting motherfuckers up. They weren't dying. They was getting tortured, man. You know. But it says here, but iniquity should be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, bro. And you can feel it on people, man. Like, go out south. Like, I had to run some errands yesterday, so I was like, let me go get a quick workout in. And I end up working out at Southeast Center, which was big yesterday. The minute I get out of the car, a zombie-like nigga come up talking shit, man. His homeboy, like, don't worry about him, man. He's just bugged out. So I'm like, damn, this nigga, like, you know, like, what's good, bro? Like, what's up, bro? Like, hey, if it's gonna go there, it's gonna go there. But then he like, don't worry about him. He just bugged out. Then I go in the damn thing, you know what I'm saying, in the gym, and then you got some bald head bitch with short hair. I asked her a question, she get a fucking attitude and shit, man. I'm like, you niggas are through. But that's that iniquity that's getting ready to manifest itself, man. You know? It's to the point, you got fucking freaks of nature walking around here without no repercussions. What kind of sick world is this? And you people turn a blind eye to it. Well, we ain't supposed to judge. Motherfucker, you make a judgment call every day you wake up. You mean to tell me you can't judge people?
Right.
And that lack of judgment is going to backfire on y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know, like the people start using bottled waters and essential services. You're gonna have to be able to judge a man's character, man.
Yeah.
You know, because a nigga crack you in the back of the head and run off with your shit, man. You think
Yeah.
y'all teaming up because you don't want to be alone, and that nigga's grimy as hell, man. You know,
Right.
y'all don't respect judgment, so the Lord gonna bring judgment upon you, man.
Yep. And it says here, in a land that thou seest now to have root, should thou see wasted suddenly. Okay, because hey, the Most High showed Esdras this society in a vision, man. When he had to fast for 7 days, and then he told him, he said, look, if you desire to have more revelation, fast for 7 more days. And then when the Lord had him to write 2 Esdras 15 and 16, then hey, when he saw this place, he said, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? This is why you gotta have a very, very tranquil spirit. You gotta be locked in, man. You know, because Elder D-Mash, he did a video this week going into don't be no Toys R Us Israelite, man. You know what I'm saying? Take the initiative, do what you gotta do, man. And keep a low profile and keep it pushing. Because, hey, brotherly love, fruits of the spirit, and having faith is what's gonna get us through this thing, man. You don't wanna walk into that day and you got malice or ill intent towards any brother in your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? So all the bullshit, you gotta squash that. For real. Because, hey, we gonna need every lifeline we gonna need in order to survive this thing, because it's gonna get bad, bro. I get goosebumps thinking about it because this shit finna get real. You know?
Got a little bit more in Isaiah. It's the book of Isaiah 2. I'll start at verse 20. It says, in that day, a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made, each one for himself, to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, and into the tops of ragged rocks, for fear of Yahweh, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth.
That's right, man.
So again, more hiding. You know, they're gonna try to go on the top parts of the mountains. You know, like I always like to reference. There's this game that came out called Far Cry 5, and that entire game is based off of doomsday bunkers and the nuclear destruction. And it showed you that in that game too, man. You know, so that's over there in Montana. It was going in the mountains, and had all types of bunkers, and that's real shit. They got all types of bunkers and shit over there in Montana, in Colorado. You know, that's going into the ragged rocks. They're gonna hide, man.
They got mountain retreats. They got mountain retreats too, man. Like this guy came out, he said like when the supply chains shorted up back in 2020, like when nothing wasn't moved and like those ships were docked off in California, he said that he was delivering these pallets of food to like undisclosed locations to like these mountain retreats, and he said that they had like armed guards that are having to bag the truck in and just drop the pallet, and then they have somebody to take it somewhere, bro. Like literally up in the mountains or down underneath the ground, man. Truck drivers can't even tell you where they was at. They was like, look, we were just at a remote location. We was told to drop off these pallets and we had to keep it pushing. We had to sign off on a law, and we couldn't even know what was going on with it because they're bringing food down there, man. You know? And another thing too, when you go in the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter, you go to like the last verse, when you go into where it says, I believe like the caves or the holes, it goes into resort. It goes into underground resort. And when you think of a resort, what do you think? Like a vacation spot. Yeah. And when you seen some of them bunkers, man, them shits like, goddamn, them motherfuckers are nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna have wait staff down there, man.
Hell yeah.
Esau ain't giving up shit, man.
Nah.
While Gil Bates over there trying to tell you you can't eat certain meat. This nigga's riding around on a G5 jet, dumping all kind of carbon in the air, but you gotta drive an electric car.
Yeah.
He's up there eating grass-fed steak, but you gotta eat fucking insect protein, man.
Oh, you think they eat much ready meat? They
Hell
ain't do that.
no, he ain't eating that shit, man. He ain't giving up nothing, man. Even in the bunkers, he gonna have Jakes on there waiting on him, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because they got slaves down there, man. Like a lot of the people that get kidnapped and like in trafficking, a lot of them they take underground, man. Like a lot of them kids that come up missing back in the 90s and shit, a lot of them ain't even really dead. A lot of them are down there being slaves for the elites. And then some of them became part of the establishment themselves, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The antebellum kind of brought that out a little bit.
Yeah.
That shit was in somebody's backyard, man.
Yeah, he kidnapped that.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was proud too.
She proud as hell,
Yeah,
bro. A so-called business successful woman in this world.
Yeah.
Esau had that shit look like a Civil War reenactment museum.
Yeah.
That shit was a straight up real ass
Put that
plantation.
right on, yeah.
That bitch in order quick, man.
But you know what's so funny about that? They said out of all the women that's trafficking the most, it's the black woman. The black woman has the highest rate of being trafficked. You know why? Because she's the biggest hoe on the planet, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you got Sukihanas and what's that
Sexy weird.
yeah, that bitch look like a burnt fish stick with weave in her goddamn head, man. Hoes like that is the reason why you got bitches the way you got on a date, man. You know, and we gonna say it raw today, man. If you don't like the fact that we use these so-called cuss words, then take your simple ass on to another page. Go watch the Purple Boys, watch the Feds and some shit with the Purple One, man. Don't watch our channels if you're offended that we use cuss words, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll, and it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
You got tectonic plates are going to shift, man. You know, when you understand geography, you pay attention to that class, they teach you that, you know, there's different plates that shift and move. Earthquake happens when you got those plates that crash, or when they slide underneath each other, it can cause a volcanic eruption. You know, so when those bombs are so powerful, the force of them, so many of them gonna hit at one time, it's gonna, the whole planet, the whole globe, the continents are not gonna look the same no more.
Yeah.
We're gonna have new continents that's gonna be above. We're gonna have continents that's been above that's gonna sink and become underneath the water.
Sure.
You know, new quote unquote, like they got that lost city of Atlantis rumor. You know, that's gonna be a lot of some of these major cities around the world. Some of them gonna be lost cities way underneath the ocean, man.
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of feet underneath the water. You know.
You can still see some of them today that used to be from the ancient world that's underwater now, man. Several hundred feet underwater. These old ancient temples.
Oh yeah.
Look at that shit, man.
Those are whole civilizations, bro.
Yeah.
Like a lot of that goes back to like the flood. You know, like since the flood, we're actually a lot higher, man. Like how many days did the water rescinded? Was it 40? The days, 150 days after the water rescinded. But it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
It rained,
Yeah. But when the waters rescinded, like you still had shit that was like like the oceans today. Like the earth was actually like the sea levels were different, man. Like we're built on top of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense as to when you go under the ocean, they have what they call a Mariana Trench, which is supposed to be the deepest point in the ocean. That's literally like, goddamn, they said it was like 2 Mount Everest stacked on top of each other just to pierce the middle of that bad boy, man. And then Esau makes a movie of him walking on the bottom of the fucking get the hell out of here, man. Ain't no goddamn spacesuit that damn strong to walk on the bottom of the ocean. It's literally like a building falling on top of your head, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's not gonna happen.
No, that's not gonna happen, man. You know?
That's Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
But Esau really believes he's gonna be able to do some shit like that. He's really trying. You know? He took that part of the scriptures and said that if you can reach the top of the heavens or the bottom of the ocean, then I'll do away with them. You know, he really think he got a chance of doing that.
He made the movie and say, I told you I could make it. Like, nigga, you filmed that shit in a studio, bro.
Right.
You can't even go to the moon, nigga. Hey, even common crackers are coming out saying that the moon that was a damn lie, man. You know?
Verse 15, it says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. All right, so that tells you all manner of men that are going to be down there in those bunkers with this devil, man.
Yep.
You know, free men and bondmen going to be down there, man. What are bondmen going to? You think Esau is being bringing a bondman down there out of the kindness of his heart, man? No.
No.
You're there to serve him, man. Show you, this devil, he has an abundance mindset, man. Even when he's on the back foot, this nigga's still trying to live like he's over people, man. As his kingdom is crumbling. And that's one of the reasons why this guy's got to go, man.
Well, that's right.
He's trying to find that definition real quick. But that Isaiah 24, we going on that. Then we, I kind of wanted to get off on what D-Max was saying earlier. Yeah, we finish up those precepts.
This is Isaiah chapter 24. And
Just keep reading down here. You just
I'll go to verse 16. It says, for the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to thy righteousness. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yeah, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. And that's what y'all gonna be saying when the power is out and you went up there voting and they let all of this shit happen to your ass, man. When there's no hustle and bustle, no comfort, all the comfort is gone, man.
Yep.
And it says, verse 17, fear and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare.
Right, it says the noise of the going into the pit, which is those bunkers. They run into the bunkers. Now I got that definition for where it goes into the word when it says cave. In Revelation 6, it goes into the Greek word spelaion, which means a cave or a den. But it goes into a cavern, by implication, a hiding place or a resort.
That's it, man. That's it, man. And the word resort basically means it's a place where you go back to sort yourself out, man.
Yep.
You know, it's a place. It's like where you retreat from. Man.
Yep.
You know, another word for a resort in this kingdom would be called a retreat.
Yep. Resort.
Because that's where you go when you to regroup and to regather your bearings.
Sir.
And you can tell this nigga he has every intention on trying to outlive this thing, man. Even though he knows the prophecies are coming, he gonna have years of food down there, man. You know, because in his mind, he think he gonna be able to come out of this thing. He's not.
And I looked up that word resort, and this is what you get. But imagine that underground. That's what you get right there, man.
That's right. Because they even got artificial light down there. They have what you call those the planting system, hydroponic water systems to grow plants. You know, they got all types of air filtration. They got all sorts of entertainment. They got slaves. You know, everything they think they have, they gonna have. They got down there, man.
When they brought out the accountant, they ordered for them to get Wi-Fi and shit down there. They got what they called optic cables. They got actually like ocean-proof optic cables that's running on the ocean floor, and that's how you get a lot of your service too. A lot of people think all the service comes from the heavens and the satellites. A lot of that shit is right underground, man.
Yeah,
fiber optics, yeah.
That's how the internet gets from here to Europe.
Yeah.
It's a big ass cable.
Get big ass spool cable on
Yeah,
it.
they get a big ass tanker in the ship.
Yep.
And they just run that shit, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, keep reading.
It says, verse 18, and it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the pit, the fear shall fall into the pit.
Come on, brother.
And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken into the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth will shake.
All right, brother.
So these are the times that we're getting ready to come into, man. You know, it's not just gonna be the missiles are gonna show up one day, man. No, the Lord gonna sick plagues on y'all, man. And the Bible goes in detail about each one of these plagues and what He's gonna do to y'all, man. And that's especially for these 2/3 niggas, man.
Yeah.
Because how can you see all of this shit going down and then still want to attach yourself to this, man? You know? The Lord got special judgments for y'all, man. You still voting for a corpse, man? What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all don't see the world. They're rioting over the retirement age going up. Meanwhile, this nigga then bankrupted y'all, man. He's got you going on credit card debt, man.
When you see what they did, they took Trump off the ballot. Now they talking about taking Biden off the ballot now.
Yeah.
That
You
right
see?
there can start civil war.
That division, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah 16:16. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them." And who's that? That's the prophets, man. You know, didn't the Lord say, "I shall make you fishers of men"? Okay, so we're fishing right now for the hopeful elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, to wake them up, to come back to their heritage and repent. All right? And then what's going to happen? It says, "And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks." So remember we was going into how they hide into the holes of the rocks?
Yeah.
So the same men, it tells you right here, it says the men that are fishing, they're going to be converted into hunters when the Lord comes back.
Yeah.
So they think they're getting away with them holes in the rock. Yeah, they got them lavish bunkers, man. We're going to go in there and slay them, put them all to death, enjoy all the spoils that they got down there, and bring them up right into slavery, man.
Right.
Hey, the scriptures say according to his substance shall the restitution be.
Yeah.
So all that gold they got, we getting that shit, we running that back, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you know that's where all the gold is at, man. Yeah, all the gold, yeah.
Took that shit, man. Lord gonna send an angelic Delta Force strike team in there, man. You know, he went in there and got Bin Laden.
Yeah,
The movie Zero Dark 30, when they landed that helicopter smooth, man, they couldn't even hear it.
Yeah.
They bust in there, they got his ass, man. That's how the Lord gonna send the angels and his men down there to come grab your ass up, man.
And you know, it's beautiful because the Lord got, you know, just like Esau got his Air Force, ground force, and Navy. Leviathan, that's the Lord, that's the Navy right there.
Yeah.
Sweet ground force. Then the angels, because you know that movie Elysium, that goes back into them setting up like an atmospheric condition right above Earth, man. Like in Leo and Lower Earth orbit, they set up a little planet called Elysium. Hey, the angels gonna take care of that. Because when you go to Amos, the 9th chapter, it said, though they climb into heaven, you know, in Carmel, the Most High is gonna bring them down. Though they dig into hell, my hand should get thee, man.
Yeah.
So hey, we gonna plunge down. Matter of fact, we just gonna teleport down there, man. And we gonna, oh, bro, it's gonna be so fucking crazy, bro. Like, you can just picture it, man. Because you know they got a whole AI drone army under there, bro. You already know they got sophisticated shit, bro. When dude, he came up, he said they got something called the Black Awakening. He said they got over billions of fucking androids ready for us. I'm like, shit, let's do it, let's go.
Hey, man. This is like Call of Duty zombies, man. We running through them niggas, man.
That's gonna be dope, bro, because hey, you already know it's gonna be a minute before we get to Elite. You gonna have to go through corridors, you gotta fight the military down there, and then the AI shit. Man, bro, fuck come by the ass up, man. You see what Omni-Man did to what's his name, Immortal?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, he twist that nigga, bro, he cooked
Nigga
him.
open, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. You know,
Like-
the other nations, how they gonna be looking at us after we handle up all these inventions that Esau got, they gonna be like, damn, we don't want to smoke, man.
Nah, hell.
Like Jackie Chan say, I don't want trouble. That's how they gonna be looking at us, man.
Get that in Psalms 140, what's that, Psalms, when it says, Psalms 148, it says we should two-edged sword, and we should make the nobles, but to paraphrase it. Because, man, hey, bro, them elites, man, when we put their ass in slavery, bro, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And like the apostles always say, they always say that they gonna have them suit and ties on, man. Like they going straight in captivity. Like we literally gonna slap chains on them, bro. Just like an hour ago, these were just the richest man in the world, and from 1 hour to nothing, they gonna be like rags to riches, man. Riches to rags, man. You see a elect man come down, because when we come off them chariots, we gonna have that glow, and then Yahweh Shai gonna say, hey, just go. He gonna disperse his men to different parts of the earth, and we gonna really explore this earth, man. And I seen it in the vision, bro. I remember it may have been like 3-4 years ago. I had a vision, bro. We was like Superman. Y'all seen that? Like it was Superman versus Batman. And you remember we had that nigga Batman chained up in that cave underground, and that nigga came down in there, boom.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was flying around the city, whatever, man, and then all of a sudden I dropped down to like this bunker, and you had brothers and angels. They was like by these prisons. So we was taking Edomite women and throwing their ass in these prisons, and then you got the brothers, they was standing by the gates and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And we was just flying around the earth, man. It was dope, man. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
You ever remember that scene too from X-Men, that scene with Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
That nigga got right into the White House.
When that
man,
nigga went in
through
the White
walls,
House?
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the Lord gonna have spiritual power to deal with all of these bunkers, bro. The Lord gonna deal with y'all, man.
Oh,
The Lord gives us ideas and our imagination run wild with it because
And he read it.
Right. We see movies like that, he resonate with us, man.
Yep.
Because we know that's how we gonna have to deal with these heathen, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna try to run, man. They thought the White House is the most secure facility in the world, man. He teleported right into that shit, man.
Right at the president. We put a mic to his throat or something.
Yeah, I think
Right
so,
up there,
yeah.
man.
Well, think about it. We gonna need power because I mean, honestly, you ain't getting no bunker like this. Not with this. Like, what the hell you gonna do? Well, fucking a drone dog will fuck your ass up, man. You couldn't even take 5 or 6 of their troops, man, by yourself. You gonna need some type of power, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm praying that we get that power. We gonna need it, bro.
That's right.
Like, I just can't fathom the Lord letting us get picked off like that, man. Now y'all feel so powerless now that you can't really do shit. And we have that state of affair and all hell breaking loose, man. We gonna be fucked up out here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers rioting, you getting beat up and shit. Nah, it ain't going down like that.
Right.
Nah, it ain't going down like that.
That's right.
The book of Psalms, chapter 149, verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Wait a minute, I thought that we couldn't take vengeance. Wait a minute, the Bible says vengeance, man.
Yeah.
And this is a future prophecy. Because when has vengeance ever been recompensed and whole on Esau or any other heathen for real?
Yeah.
Not for real. But see, in the Christian church, they would tell you, oh, well, nah, we can't do that. But wait a minute, the Most High said he was going to do it, man.
It says to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. All right. So it's literally written that the kings and the nobles of this place is going to be put in chains, man. All right. When you read the scriptures, it all makes sense. You know. And when the Lord repeats things in the scriptures, man, you can bet on it, man. It's going to go down, man.
Yep.
That's right, man. Because right now, we shaking. We reached the gates. We're shaking the hand, man.
Yep.
This is what we're doing. We're telling these elites. They're watching these lessons. We're telling them to their face. You're going down. You're going into slavery.
Yeah.
All right. All the wickedness you've done, all what you've done to our people, you got to pay for it, man. You know. Then the scripture says, "Set thy face against them, man, and prophesy against them. Set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against them." So this is a part of the process too. Some people tune in. Why you saying all this stuff gonna happen to them? Why are you talking about that? Why you ain't just talking about the 12 tribes? You can't just stop there like IUIC and just talk about who the 12 tribes are and that's it, man. You gotta go deeper than that. You gotta tell these people what's gonna happen in the future. It's obvious World War III is gonna come, so you need to know what's gonna happen during World War III. You need to know what's gonna happen in the aftermath, what to expect.
Yes.
What is the point of doing all of this?
Yeah.
You know, what is the reward that we're trying to achieve? Well, we're reading about it. The reward is finally getting vengeance that we so rightfully deserve against these damn devils, man, and getting the kingdom, man, getting delivered. Don't you want that?
Yeah.
Why aren't these other camps talking about that?
Jake
'Cause
don't
they
want
ain't right. They ain't talking.
Yeah.
They think they ain't heaven right now, but you're gonna find out real soon on reality of how much this is actually helping.
Right.
Well, any guy that's not prophesying because he don't have faith in prophecy, man. Them guys that don't go into the prophecies because they too lazy-minded, and on top of that, they don't want the kingdom of heaven. They just want the worldly fame that come with being an Israelite. Like if they got a bunch of wicked bitches and niggas that's commending them and sending them money every week, they cool with them odds, man. Because see, what I'm realizing about a lot of you Israelites in the truth, a lot of you guys lack what they call a ruling class mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? You want the praises of men, but you don't want this crummy ass motherfucking place to fall. Right along with these devils walking by here, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to want that shit, man.
That's right.
You know?
Jake is just so low level, man. They really stuck on what Egypt can offer them.
Yeah.
Jake cannot imagine this whole sidewalk being made of open. So he
Right.
thinks this shit is like something to chase, but this ain't nothing to chase.
Oh man, this is death, man. The best shit is underground.
Right.
The elites ain't dealing with this. They speculate that nobody's even in the White House. They say, hey, a lot of that shit, that may just be green screen in the background.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
probably somewhere underground, man.
Right.
Come on, man. You think out of all the hell breaking loose, man, you probably got marauders camped outside already to put them niggas. Hey, there ain't nobody in that damn White House. They keep on that shit.
Cats riding by, man. Hey, they're gonna be riding by with fucking weapons one day.
Yeah, hey.
And they're gonna be storming through these streets, putting motherfuckers to death.
Yep.
Snatching up these
Yep.
women, man.
Yep.
You know, so y'all know you probably see in the background the camera just roll by.
Yep.
All them motherfucking jakes, man. Hey, them about to be mercenaries pretty soon, man.
That's right, man. I wish I would here protect black women in that day, man. I'll slap the shit out of them.
Well, a lot of them niggas don't get drafted. That's really where they need to draft, man.
Right.
They ain't serving the purpose anyway. Send them over there to the Middle East and die, man. That's the best thing for them. Because I'm gonna tell you like straightforward, them, you gonna have shit like that, but they gonna bitch up, bro. They ain't about that life, man. They fuck with their own people, because you know it ain't nothing but a bunch of wetback spicks and niggas. They fuck with their own kind. They ain't gonna go fuck with Esau. If they was about that life, they'd be putting crackers down right now. They ain't doing that shit, man. They trying to ride by and be seen and intimidate somebody that's gonna look at them so they can have a reason to fight them. Them niggas ain't no shit, man. You know?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. That's talking about Esau, man. It says, for a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. So the foundation, think about a mountain, this a big rock that comes out of the ground. The Lord said the foundations of it's gonna be consumed, man.
Yeah.
All right, and this was Moses singing this as a song, man, because you have rebellious niggas even coming out of Egypt that wanted to stay there, man.
Yeah.
That had to be got on.
Well, they said it. They said, man, you brought us out to the wilderness to die. Here the Lord showed Jake all types of miracles, like clearly. Fine for some.
Jake yelling, man. I had to get to look up to see that.
She spoke. Hey, I was looking at the hand. Get a massage. So now, shit, like Moses, the Most High did all the miracles, man. And then Jake was still complaining about it. Like, wait a minute, the Most High gave you angelic bread, which is known as manna. The Lord gave you water. Moses smoked the rock. We had a pillar by fire by day, and a cloud by night, and we had a cloud by day, which represents the chariot, that same ship. And yet niggas are still complaining. Like, wait a minute, you think if the Most High got us from the enemies that persecuted us and beat us down, why wouldn't he feed us, man?
Right.
Like, the Lord's gonna take care of us in that day, man. And I really believe in that day we're really gonna see the miracles on a whole different level. Because like right now, you don't really need to see the miracle because you got everything. I mean, it's a miracle that you got clothes on your back, you got food. Because technically we should be dead, because it tells us in the New Testament that we should eat poison and live. And no thing shall hurt us, man. But we should be dead. It's just a miracle we even alive right now, doing the work. So when all hell break loose and there's no when the products of scarcity is the ordeal, then the Lord is gonna really come through and he's gonna tap you on the shoulder like, hey, that go food right there, man. And you gotta believe these things, man.
Right.
You gotta really believe it. Like, yeah, I know my Lord gonna be with me that day. He gonna be walking with us. I'm like, hey, man, look. Hey, you may be walking down the street talking to yourself to some people, but it's a whole angel you sitting up there having a conversation with. All of a sudden, an angel like, look, you want some Shakar? All of a sudden, a miraculous bottle of fucking let's say some, I'm gonna say some nigga shit. Let's say, matter of fact, let's say some, I ain't gonna say no Don Julio or none of that. But let's just say some what's that dark liquor we be drinking, that Douce, that bullshit. Hey, Douce gonna be like fucking gold in that day, man. Nigga give us, look, in that day, a nigga would give his family up for a bottle of Douce, bro.
God, she gonna be nagging you the whole time, complaining. I think North is that way. Bitch, shut up.
Yeah. And brothers, you're gonna be at your full strength. You know why? Because you're not gonna be sitting on your phone all day. You ain't gonna be basically watching all shit that can drain you. You know, you ain't gonna be having sex with women every single day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is gonna feed you, so your mind is gonna be able to tap in into being able to do what it's gotta do. You're gonna really have a dopamine rest in that day, man. Because when your dopamine receptors are overly out of whack, you can't focus, you have anxiety, you know what I'm saying? You can't do shit. You feel tired, you irritated. But in that day, we ain't gonna have no power out here, man. So hey, you're gonna be at your full strength.
That's right, man.
No?
Testosterone even gonna spike just by not sitting down all damn day.
Yeah. Women gonna smell a full ball sack coming a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh damn, this nigga ain't bust one in 5 months. She gonna be running over there.
Crazy, boy.
Right.
The cycle gonna sync up just like that on site. Let me keep going real quick.
Yeah.
Verse 23, it says, I will heap mischiefs upon them.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend mine arrows upon them, man. So that's the 1-2 punch, man. You got the jab and you got the cross right, man.
Yep.
The Lord gonna hit you with these mischiefs, all right? And then them arrows gonna hit your ass, man.
Yep.
That's because these niggas are rebellious, man.
Sir.
Verse 24, it says, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with the burning heat. And with bitter destruction, I will also send the teeth of beast upon them.
Damn, read that again, bro. Read that back.
With hunger and peace.
Yeah. Verse 24. And Moses was saying this, man, because he saw, y'all saw all of these plagues here, and y'all still didn't fear the Lord. You still talking shit, man.
Yep.
Verse 24. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with the burning heat, and with bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poison of serpents of the dust. You see? So when the Lord says mischief, man, it ain't talking about you tripping and falling and scraping your knee, man.
Nah.
It ain't talking about you can't find your car keys. All right? It's talking about you gonna be plagued from one end of the earth to the other, man. And this repeats Amos the 5th chapter, man.
Yep.
And it speaks about how the day of the Lord is. You're gonna be fleeing from one situation, you're gonna end up into another one. Like in this society, they say out of the frying pan and into the fire. That's how the day of the Lord's gonna be for y'all, man.
Well, that's in Ezekiel when it says mischief should come upon mischief,
Yeah,
mischief upon mischief, and also it tells you in Amos that when you flee from one judgment than another, like it says, he that flee from a bear than a serpent bit him, man.
Yeah.
So literally, man, Lord gonna be manifesting shit, just fucking people up, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna hear screams, you're gonna hear cries, babies crying.
Right.
You're gonna smell death, man. It's gonna be like a whole different world, bro.
Right.
These zombies walking down the street.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be nasty, man. And they, the military gonna be flying. They're gonna be doing airstrikes on these cities. And they feel like it's too many people gathering together. Hey, Esau gonna fucking approve of an airstrike and do that shit, bro.
Get that 3 kill streak, man. They call that shit out your ass, man.
Bro, it ain't nothing. Esau to drop a bomb on your ass.
Oh,
That shit, like,
easy, man.
Yeah.
Over there in Gaza right now, man, they're like, oh, it's 80% women and children in there. All right, hit the button.
They say over 20,000 people died already.
Yeah, already, man. In less than 2 months, man. And it says, verse 25, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both young man and the virgin, the suckling also with the man of gray hairs.
Damn, man. So, hey, the Lord does not discriminate against. We just said it. Women, children, the virgin goes into a young woman, man. The young women. I'm talking about the young, beautiful women out here. You know, the ones that you like, all right, when she turn 18, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Them little young, they gonna get grabbed up, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna do away with them. A lot of them gonna get sold off. A lot of them gonna be put to death in the streets. And hey, grape is coming back in a big way, man.
Yeah.
Okay, grape is coming back. When ain't no 911, ain't no simp beta male niggas.
Right.
To stop that, because you know the problem is too many fucking simps, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all notice if y'all go to a bar and you got a nice looking bartender, she always got a flock of niggas that's willing to protect her in case she start running off at the mouth.
Right,
and
right,
you curse
right.
the bitch out. There's always a group of niggas around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I went to a little spot last night and shit, and it was cool, man. You know, it was cool, decent. And the bartender, she was talking to me, man, and then I don't know, something I said must have triggered her, or that juice in her, because you know she was just joking and stuff, and I'm joking around with her. Didn't even have an aggressive spirit or nothing. So, what she say? I said, man, this drink is a little watered down. I'm joking. I'm like, this is a little watered down. I'm like, well, she like, do you want another one? I'm like, well, I need to know how I feel after this one, so give me a minute. And then after I dropped my drink, I'm trying to get her attention, and the bitch see me trying to get her attention. But she looked at me, and then I'm like, I'm trying to get another drink. She was like, well, you said you didn't want another drink. I don't play games. I'm like, I don't fucking play games either. You know what I'm saying? I said it just
That
like
shit,
that.
boy,
And
it
I'm
sounds
like,
small, but that shit is shit
yeah.
angry, man.
And then when we start kind of going back and forth and shit, I'm like, you good? She said, yeah, I'm helping people. I'm like, bitch, I ain't say you wasn't helping people. And then all of a sudden, some cracker come up to the side of me. He like, what's going on, man? I'm like, man, man, your goddamn business, man. They had another nigga on the side of me. You know, he was trying to ease in and shit, because I guess he know the bitch. And then it's just too much protection for these wicked ass hoes out here.
Right, man.
You
And
know?
that's proud as hell, too, because you have a job with tips. You think a bitch, you know how to be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? conflict resolution, none of that shit, man.
No, yeah, bro. And I mean, the bitch was talking to me first. She was acting all cool, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck you just flip over that quick?
Right.
You know?
The Lord got something for you, proud women, man.
I told her straight forward, I'm like, I don't play games with you. I'm like, I ain't none of these niggas at your bar that's trying to get your number, man. I don't give a fuck about you, bitch. All that fucking makeup on your head. We don't give a damn about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to get a drink and watch the game and take my black ass home, man. This ain't stunning you goddamn women. Go ahead, brother. Slocky.
That's all okay.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us."
Yeah, man, because they want to cut us off, man. But it says, why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Because these heathens, like the Russians and everything like that, like BRICS, they're forming these pact of nations because they really believe once America is devoid of people, then, hey, they believe that they're going to be the next superpower. But let's just say if that was the case, and you got Russia, you got Brazil, you got all these other nations, right? You think that them Russian Edomites ain't going to resort to their nation and want to take you out? Mm-hmm. There's no ruling with Esau, man. You either going to be beneath him or you going to be excommunicated, man.
Right.
This man ain't trying to have nobody to sit on a throne with him, man.
Hell.
You know? So, hey, why do you Chinese, you're not going to be the next superpower. You Israelites, you're not going to be the next superpower. You know who the next superpower is going to be? You're looking at them. The men out on the highways and the byways, man, doing the work of the Heavenly Father. We're going to be your future rulers. And as comical as that sound, and call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shah. You know what I'm saying? But hey, as comical as that sound, that's going to be reality, man. Because it's something which is called waiting on our moment. The underdog story. The men who you guys thought that wasn't shit, that you talk shit about, that you look down upon, we're just too different. We just out of whack with society and with the world. Hey, we're going to be your future kings. It's going to put this world back in order, man. And we're going to do that shit by force. You don't want to get with it, and hey, you're going to get put down, man.
That's right.
And that's in the scriptures. Revelation 2:26, Baba Bashar. You got something, bro?
Quick one on Moab.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 48, verse 42. And Moab shall be destroyed from being a people, because he had magnified himself against the Lord Yahweh. So that's the thing, Moab. You ain't go through the straight gate, man. You trying to sneak up behind Esau, man. But you didn't square yourself up and make yourself right with the people of the Lord, man. And it says, verse 3, fear in the pit and the snare shall be upon thee, O inhabitant of Moab, saith the Lord Yahweh. So the thing we just talked about, fleeing the pit and fleeing right into the snare, that applies to you Moabites too, man.
Yep.
All right, the Lord is going to ensnare the entire earth through his men. Verse 44: he that fleeth from the fear shall fall into the pit, and he that getteth up out of the pit shall be taken in a snare. For I will bring upon it, even Moab, the year of their visitation, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, because you got Moabite elites too, man. They go down the bunkers. You got Moab. You got all the nations down there, man. You know what I'm saying? The Prince of Saudi Arabia, all these guys, they all building bunkers, man. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna lead you people up here to take the hard hit. Show you how they give a damn about their own people, man. Hey, ain't no way. Hey, when the Most High delivered us out of Egypt, he took the whole nation with us, man.
Yeah.
He ain't just leave one Israelite behind, even though them niggas deserve to be left behind. Because on this side, he's gonna leave them here to be destroyed. But if Israel was in all their right mind, man, hey, the Most High will get all these people out of this joint. Right now, the Lord had taken. He said, only thing we got to do is face and pray and face the east and call on the name of the Lord and beg for deliverance. He said he would deliver us out of here overnight, man. Yep. Like right now, we got the power to get the hell up out of here, bro. If every Negro, Latino, and Native American and Israelite foreigner was to face the east of their respective lands and pray in the name sincerely of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the chariots just pop up and they'll get the zap in this goddamn place like right now. But Jake won't do that, man.
That's right.
You know how like when Goku was doing the spirit bomb, it was hard for him to get powers from them because they ain't want to fucking pitch in, man.
Right.
You know?
That's why he works so hard to take our language, our names, you know?
Because you had that one nigga, that won't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lord can literally show us the kingdom of heaven in a hologram to convince Jake to do it. They ain't gonna do it.
Right.
Well, hey, that's there ain't no Popeye's chicken or Jay's chicken in the kingdom of heaven. Then nah, I don't want to go. I'm gonna stay here. Yeah. What's that guy? You remember Bubblegum Shrimp? Remember that clown? This guy gonna say some well shit. If pork ain't in the kingdom of heaven, then he don't want to be there. He want to be outside the pearly gates eating pork.
Right.
But the Most High gonna hold you. Yeah, he's gonna hold you to that, man. Hey, be careful what you ask for. Yeah. Precept, going back to what the brother was reading earlier. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 43. And it says, and they should go steadfastly to Babylon and make her afraid. Then they should come to her and besiege the star, and all wrath should they pour out into her, and it should be dust and smoke to go upon up into the heaven, and they that be about her should bewail her, because the missiles, man. Okay, this place is going to end with the thermonuclear destruction of Babylon the Great. And it reads here, and it says, and they that remain unto her should do service unto them that have put her in fear. And thou, Asia, that are a partaker of the hope of Babylon, and are the glory of her person. Okay, because you got the Moabites and just the Asian nations in general that want to be hand in hand with Esau. This is why when you go over there to Shanghai or Hong Kong or whatever Beijing respective city that they dwell in, they got high skyscrapers. You got cheeks that can barely speak English, but they wearing a goddamn suit and tie, man. Then you supposed to have what's the garments on that you wear. Yeah, you want to put on a goddamn monkey suit with a phallus around your neck, man. Right. Esau doesn't respect that, you know. But it reads here, and it says, woe be unto thee, thou ratchet, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they may please and glory in thy lovers that have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Because like we just read, Moab, he wants to come hand in hand with Esau, man. This is why you see a so-called Chinese woman with a fucking white boy all the time, man. Yeah. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You won't see them with Jake for real unless they're celebrities. But when the Chinese woman come over here, she wants to marry the white boy. Why? Because in her mindset, he's God. She's been played to believe that the so-called white man is the most high of the earth, man. Right. When in fact the white man is the devil that the Bible talk about, man. All right? And it reads, and it says here, woe to be thee, thou wretched, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. But thou hast followed her that is hated in all her work and inventions. Therefore says Yahweh, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death, man.
That's right, man.
You know?
That's right, man. Because you wanted to follow the devil, man. And you know, China got all this economic power, and what are they trying to do? They're trying to emulate Esau, man. They're trying to make aircraft carriers and put on suits and talk shit in the camera. You know, just like Esau is doing, man. You know, you people don't have it in you to rule, man. Y'all over there eating snakes and possums and bats. All right, have absolutely no fear of the Lord at all whatsoever, man.
Yeah, I remember the 2020 ordeal. They had the chick. She was eating a whole bat,
Right.
bat and piss soup. It looked like a bat and straight piss, man. And these are the people who you stupid black women buy your goddamn hair from, man. They put demons on that shit. You ever thought that they are capitalizing off your ass, man? If you had the patience to grow your own hair out and change your diet, your fucking hair will grow. Because believe it or not, alopecia comes from, basically they call it like an autoimmune deficiency, but it comes from having an overly acidic diet, man. Because people with alopecia, they can't eat certain things, man. But if you correct the imbalance in your gut, which is your immune system, then your hair will grow back, man. You stop smoking weed and cigarettes and all this other stuff, and stop putting that synthetic stuff in your hair will grow. You know what I'm saying? You won't be paying millions of dollars to buy that bullshit, man. They had some, I don't know if it was Chicago or Philly, they had some nigga woman that stuck up the goddamn the wig stop, man. She put a gun on the court and she got to snatch some wigs off the
Hey, that's a curse. The scripture said the Lord will smite the daughter of Zion with the scab of the crown of the head.
Yeah.
So that's and it's funny because they really put the judgment on themselves. And the Lord put the curse on them.
Yep.
But they bring forth the curse by doing wickedness on themselves. Eating abomination, eating all that shellfish, crawfish, crab, all this stuff. and following the trends, the fashion trends, the culture that Babylon tells them how they should dress.
Yeah.
And it's only the black woman that's told to be putting on that weave and shit like that. They don't put that shit on the other nations to do that bullshit.
Because
You don't see the white women going in them fucking stores. Oh, let me buy this sewing right here. Then go ahead and put it in my. Let me sew in an afro.
Right.
Do they do that?
and it'd be the most pro-black women with the most straightest hair. How you gonna be pro-black, but yeah, you got all that straight shit in there.
Right.
And most black women, they don't care about looking like, they want to look like the white woman. They care. They don't give a shit, man.
There's really a demon on you.
There's a demon.
Like that, had a movie came out a while ago called Good Hair or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Came out on Hulu or something. Bad Hair or something
It
like that.
was a spirit on that
Yeah,
hair.
it was a demon, man.
Yeah.
That's really what the scriptures is saying. You got a demon on you, man, that's obsessed with your hair. And you can look it up that Elam is literally getting that hair out of a sink in India, man.
Yeah.
He's opening up sewage pipe and scraping out old hair that fell into the sink and stringing that shit together, man.
Yep.
Selling it to your ass for $5, man.
Yep. And you got chicks that pay hundreds of dollars to get them sewn in, man. Hey, this is Proverbs 3:31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways," man. You ain't supposed to envy your oppressor, man. You ain't supposed to look like these people. You got black women lighten their skin complexion and look like a bunch of goddamn Caucasians. For what?
Right.
The hell you want to look like them for? They ain't even natural looking, man. The Lord, that's a curse, man. Here you got all the melanin in the world, and you want to look like them dead fuckers right there, man.
Right.
That's right. It says envy not. That word envy goes into not being jealous. So don't be jealous of your oppressor and one another. You shouldn't want to be like these motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
What the hell? This nasty ass pasty pink skin?
Yeah.
Why would you want that?
Right. Game of Thrones had it right, man. They called them White Walkers, man. They were basically zombies, man. Their eyes were blue, their skin was pale. That's what you look like when you die, man.
Yeah.
Your skin loses color, starts turning translucent. Your eyes start loses color. They basically look like cadavers, man.
Well, that's what Esau goes. Esau means wasted away to see.
Yeah, kind
Because,
of.
hey, when the Most High, when Miriam was backbiting against Moses, the Most High basically plagued her. That's why he said, hey, don't let her be like as one of the dead. He's talking about them people, man. He turned her ass into a damn Edomite, man.
Right.
Meanwhile, over there in China, they got a fashion trend right now. The Moabites is actually getting fucking cornrows. They getting their hair
It's that kid,
done.
son.
They're trying to get that straight hair out and turn into an
He got
afro.
a fresh young boy in his basement.
Oh yeah, he do.
Check his browser history, man. Yeah, see my research coming, man.
Isaiah chapter 25, verse 10.
Hey, it's lucky, bro. If you got precepts, let him bring them out, bro.
Isaiah chapter 25, verse 10. For in this mountain shall the hand of the Lord Yahweh rest, and Moab shall be trodden down under him, even as straw is trodden down for the dunghill. And he shall spread forth his hands in the midst of him, and as he that swimmeth spreadeth forth his hands to swim, bring down their pride together with the spoils of their hands. Now you gotta imagine that, man. The Lord said we're gonna be spreading people together like you move water like this, man. Like that on that scene in Invincible, man. On that subway train,
Yeah.
they were just running through people, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, that's how we gonna be in all that 1.5 billion Moabites over there. That's how we gonna be over there, man.
Wow.
And it says, and the fortress of the fort of thy walls shall he bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, even to the dust. Because over there in China, you got something called a Great Wall of China. They take so much pride in, man. The Lord, we ain't dealing with that shit, man. All of the skyscrapers y'all built over there, the Lord gonna bring all of that shit down, man.
And Jake built that wall. Jake built the wall.
I ain't know that.
Yeah, Jake built it.
Moab had all these nations had us in slavery, man.
That's why they got pyramids over there.
They all have terms. So we ain't gonna give a damn about when their destruction comes too. Like all you guys going on the captivity, man. It ain't just Esau. We've been getting on Esau camp. In Moab, you so-called Chinese, and you know, you Ammonites, you so-called Japanese, and all you Asians over there. Hey, at one point you had empires and you had us in hardcore slavery. So you got it coming too. It's just Esau's turn right now again to be on top. But when he go down, the Lord come back, y'all getting it, man.
All y'all getting it.
That's right, man. He's trying to supplant the land of Africa right now, man. He's gonna wiggle his way out of it. You're not next, Moab. Get your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, and them Hamites are skeptical, man. Cause what's that one bitch, bro, that went over there, that Edomite bitch, she took over 100 something Israelites over there, she was like Ghana or something like that. Her last name was Rock, some shit like that. She was Rock or something. Yeah. Basically, she was like part of an evangelist group. And she claimed that the Most High gave her permission to go over there and help those people because they were just so malnourished and dying from malaria and all that bullshit, right? So she treated over so-called 900 people, and they gave this bitch a documentary, but they like she should be behind bars because she was never officially medical practice, man. She never officially got a medical license, and she was putting IVs in babies, and they were dying and shit. But yet they finna give this bitch a goddamn fucking documentary, man. She killed over 100 some Israelites, man.
Oh wow.
You know? And she said, as I said, she said, I have no medical thing. You know, I have this, I have nothing, but she went over there and treated them anyway, man.
Right.
And you fucking have, you Israelites, man, you ought to know better. Don't you know the history of your brothers that had brought over here from the west and the north coast of Africa that caught hell at the same men you allowing over there in your land? You should already know when you see the so-called white man coming, you gotta go the other way or you gotta get rid of him, man.
Yeah.
He's a cancer that you gotta get rid of ASAP, man.
That's right.
Because it's just like AIDS, if you don't cure it, then it's gonna kill you.
That's right.
You think that this man is nice all of a sudden? You think he's got your best interest?
Yeah.
Every time like that Ebola shit, where they go and test it at? Who they tested on? Jake. You know?
That's why Bill Gates, man, he does all of his dirty work over there, man. You don't even hear about it. By the time you find out this nigga's got a new medical product, you done find out this nigga done killed how many people over there in Africa trying to test that shit, man? You know, he'll offer them $1. You know, that'll carry you 3 months over there. Here you go.
You get a partner with that.
And they signing up for it, man. You know, we don't even know how many people this man has killed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when we find out the real tally of death this guy's caused, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, absolutely. This guy should have went down a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
You know, this shit has gotten out of control, man. like if this place continues, man, he literally is gonna destroy this place, man.
Yeah. Gone.
Appreciate it real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So you're not supposed to trust these devils, man. If they're coming through, if they popped up on the scene, don't trust them, man.
That's right, man.
Don't be buddies with them. They might invite you to come over and hang out and start getting, watch this devil and start getting a little too comfortable and ask you to do too much shit, man.
Right.
And they never doing that shit, man.
Yeah.
I already knew, because I got applying this scripture.
God.
Giving too much information, hey, next thing you know, something gonna fucking come with that.
Oh yeah.
The Lord is cold, man, because he marks every creature that's dangerous, man. Like if you see a poisonous tree frog, they're very bright colored. That's like a warning, a natural warning, saying, hey, you may want to move with caution on it. That's what he did with the Edomite, man. Every other nation gonna have some kind of type of melanin in their skin, but this nigga show up, that should be a warning. This nigga don't look like no other nation I've ever seen, man. Your antennas should go up immediately, man, when you see that devil, man. You see? And it's not about skin color, but it's about what the Lord did to the nation of the wicked, man.
Right.
The Lord put that right into his genetic code. Hey, this nigga's different, man.
Yeah.
He's not your average. He's not your average heathen.
He's
Tread
built
with caution, man.
Right.
Hey, get that in Genesis when it says that the BD is the most subtle beast above the field. Yeah. And you get a chance when you go in Genesis, get that word serpent in a blue letter, man.
Yeah. Biggest than a apostrophe.
But anyway, reading back on the 2 Ezra 15, and it reads here, it says, and the glory of thy power should be dried up as a flower, and when the heat should arise that is sent over thee. But thou should be weakened as a forewoman with stripes, and as one that chastised wounds, so that the mighty and lover should not be able to receive thee. But would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, says the Lord. But if thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thy hands, and saying over their dead, when thou was drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance, man, because, hey, Moab, they put their hands on us. Ammon, Ishmael, all the nations had a hand in taking us down, man. Right along with you Edomite devils. And it says here, the reward of thy whoredom should be in thy bosom, and therefore should thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done it to my chosen, says Yahweh, even so the Most High should do unto thee, and should deliver thee into mischief. Thy children should die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword, and thy city shall be broken down, and all thy it says, and all thy shall perish with the sword in the field. And they that be in the mountains should die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and the thirst of water, man. So, hey, people that go to the resorts, the mountaintops, man, they gonna flee out of the city. There ain't gonna be no food up there. When you got 3 months supply of food, and then you run out of food, you gonna start looking at your little cousin or your little nephew like he's looking real tasty, man. You know? You know how like on them Tom and Jerry cartoons when they're so hungry and then they look at a bone and they decide to eat them? That's how it's gonna be out here, man.
They gonna remember every time you was talking shit, or arguments y'all had, they gonna justify it in their head.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute, man. You remember this nigga ain't bring me back my Xbox 360 controller. Go ahead and smack this nigga upside the head with a rock. You know?
$40, man. Hold on.
Because niggas will make an excuse to do wickedness,
Right,
man.
yeah. That's
No?
right, man. And that's coming, man. That's a judgment, a specific judgment that's pronounced for you people, man. The famine is not just a lack of food, man. It's everything associated along with it. The change in behavior, the violence that's gonna come behind it, man.
Yeah.
The pain, the anguish.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to watch some of your little ones perish, man. You know? And so it's more than just a lack of food. You see? And the Lord can do that overnight because how this guy got all this thing set up, man.
Yeah.
All of the food is bottleneck, man. Esau's ready to go to war right now because all of the shipping lanes are going through one fucking port in the earth, man. What's the point of conquering the whole earth? You're gonna have everything funneled through one goddamn channel, man.
You only got a certain amount of time before you can get in now. I think it's like a 6-hour window, a turnaround window or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So the famine can set up literally right now, man.
Yeah.
Because nobody has their own food. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing, where to get seeds. You know, y'all all are waiting for shit to show up at the supermarket. You know? And because of your laziness, Esau been able to cut it down with water, still raise the price, add some bullshit to it, still raise the price. You see? So the famine is gonna hit you people from multiple different ways, man.
The way that the Midwest is set up, Midwest been getting crazy weather, man. Like right now, man, it should be cold out here. Because you know they say the cold, it kills off all the germs and stuff like that. You're supposed to have tropical seasons. Because here come time, fucking springtime, you're gonna have a drought, man. You know, they did a study back in 2017 to 2018 when we had that heat wave in 2018. They said that the crops were literally like 90% less than what they were the previous year because we went like 3 months without rain and some shit, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the food is gonna be very scarce. And they gonna have food, but the average people ain't gonna get a chance to get the food.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like literally, the famine is the worst thing to die by, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
scriptures say that they that perish by famine, you be better off dying with the sword than by famine.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right, man.
when your stomach starts touching your back, man, bro, that's a horrible way to die, man.
Yeah.
Because your body starts to eat itself.
Yeah. All you obese people, y'all first on the list, man.
Just after the first day of fast, you be fucked up until it kicks in. You know, like damn. You know.
The Genesis. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, Yahweh hath said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
But the point I wanted to make was it says he was more subtle than any beast of the field, man. And when you go to that word subtle, it is cunning. Meaning that, hey, you know, like Esau, he used trickery, he used sorcery. And it goes into it again in this book. Like I was reading it, man, and it tells you basically that people will accept that involuntary servitude, man. And then he's done that through witchcraft. Because when you're going throughout this book, they're basically exposing what they consider Freemasons, man. You got the York Rite Lodge, and then you got the Scottish Rite, which they didn't really go too much into the York Rite because they don't have too much information, which is a secret society of a society, but they went into the Scottish Rite Masons, man. Where you get your, you know, your Albert Pikes and, you know, you get your fucking Ted Cruzes and all these other luminaries, and you got, you know, men like Bill Gates and things like that, and then you got your lower level boule niggas, which you got Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey, you know, Kevin Hart. Those are lower level luminaries, man. From the what they call the damn, I just mentioned it, the boule, which is your black nigga Masons, man. You know, but they tell you that people will accept their servitude of the New World Order. Because right now, the average person complaining about what? Oh, I need to find a job so I can provide for my family. For one thing, working a job is perpetual captivity, man. Because for one thing, it's not about just working, it's about being taxed. They get 30 or 40% of your income every week, and you only take home a third of that shit, man. But you people still go to work.
Right.
That's the fact they have what they call the Federal Reserve, which is a private, your dollars or your greenbacks or your legal tender that you call money is financed by a personal, it's by a private owned bank corporation, man. The money that you got in your pocket is privately owned, you know? And it's a debt note, and every time you use it, the debt goes up because it has no value to it, man. But yeah, you got niggas killing each other over the bag.
Yeah.
Every time you see some peasy head, cotton candy head woman, oh, I'm in my bag, I'm in my bag.
Right.
Well, you gonna get put in the bag in a minute, man.
That's right. That's right.
In the nearest morgue near you.
That's right.
And in good cases, you just gonna be laid out here on the street, man. And let the wild animals of the field come and eat your ass up, man.
Right.
Because, hey, animals gotta eat too, you know?
That's what you call subtlety right there, man.
Yeah.
How many niggas are in the spirit world right now over some money, which ain't nothing more than debt?
Yeah.
He done got you niggas to kill each other. To how many millions of niggas done killed each other, man? You know, over money, man. That ain't worth nothing. But when you stack all of this money up, it ain't gonna be worth nothing anyway, man. Even if you buy a so-called house in this place, he can still come in and take it, man. And these are the things that you're killing each other over, man. So Esau literally can weaponize anything, man, including money. You know? But I had that definition of the word subtle, new letter, is Irawam, which goes into the word subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible. Alright? So that's how the devil gets down, man. That's how he's taking all of his land. He's not came in overtly in all of these different lands, man. He comes in with a Bible in his hand trying to preach white Jesus to you, all right? And then when that don't work, he figures out another way to get around it, you know? Or he'll pit two people against each other, you know? He'll give somebody a bunch of money, a bunch of gold, and they're gonna say, look, these Edomites all right, man. You know? But that happened to us with us during the Greeks, man. You had a group of Jakes that immediately was like, oh, this ain't so bad, man. Let's just make a covenant with him, man. And before you know it, you're turned against each other, and he spoiled you, man. You know?
Precept. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay? The root of all evil. And if you have the person that's set up, that's supposed to be the physical counterpart of Satan himself, you know, of course, one of his number one weapons he's going to use as his sword, which is his blessing, is the fucking money. And this is how this man is taking over all the empires of this earth right now. Is through conspiracies with the money, man. With his banking system, setting up his central banks. Anything Esau Edom touches, he's going to try to weaponize it somehow, some way. Even a fucking tree. He'll try to weaponize a tree by planting too many fucking male trees and not enough female trees to cause you to have respiratory issues so he can make more money off the allergy medicine.
Yeah.
You see? You'd be like, how the fuck does devil think to weaponize a goddamn tree? But he has.
Right. You see? And everything he discovers is all to make weapons. They came out that 70-80% of the world's scientists, they work in some kind of defense department, or they work for the Department of Defense of some sort. So basically, when he found out a new technology, it's not to heal anybody, man. Yeah. It ain't to solve the problems of the earth. He could have solved plastic a long time ago, did he? Yeah. But what does he do when he gets to do a scientific breakthrough, man? Look at that movie Oppenheimer. He immediately makes it into a weapon, man. Right. That's his blessing. That's the only way he knows how to rule, man.
That's right, man. Hey, it takes some real craftiness on how to kill to make that. This guy started with a fucking rock. He found a rock in the damn ground. Oh, this kind of feels funny. It's a little let me label this as radioactive. I wonder how I could kill with this. Yeah, he sure fucking figure that shit out, man. But the Lord, the Lord said he created the smith that bloweth the coals. That wasn't just him just being smart, you know. The Lord had to give him that knowledge to do that, to bring forth his weapons of indignation, to bring judgment on the earth, man.
Yeah. Well, that was Esau's purpose. That was his whole thing. Esau is the sword of the Most High, man. Yeah. You know, and then going back to what you're saying, how it says right here in the book, it says 100 years ago, and this is once again from the New World Order book. It says 100 years ago, meaning in 1884, it was predicted that within a few centuries, man would be born. It says rebirth, to the gods of Plato and Aristotle. Now, what we know about these guys? We know that those are Greek philosophers. Okay, I believe Alexander was like an understudy of Aristotle, wasn't he? I believe Alexander, wasn't he?
He is
The former, yeah.
advisor to him.
Yeah, something like that to that degree. But like when you look at Aristotle and the teachings of like what they call liberalism today, basically like you got in the ancient world you had what they called Stoics and Epicureans, man. You know what I'm saying? And these people that you see today, like these liberals, they adopt a more of an Epicurean mindset, which is more liberal to accepting everything. You don't care. You can have a two-headed dragon with a female genitalia walking down the street and call himself a female, and everybody is cool with that shit. So this was all a program that they was pushing on the people to further enslave their mind. So when you take out common sense or morality from a person, eventually you got them. You got them by the balls, man. You literally tell a motherfucker that the best thing they can do is walk off a building and they won't feel it. They will literally jump from that shit, man.
Right.
All right? And it says here, it says here, we may all look forward with eager anticipation to that nobler day when the gods of philosophy once more should rule the world. But Aldous Huxley, in his book called The Brave New World Revisited, quotes a character called the Grand Inquisitor in one of Fyodor Malkovich Stakabi's parables, saying, in the end day, the people will lay their freedom at our feet, which is the controller's feet, and say to us, make us your slaves, but feed us, man. And this is what the people doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as they got restaurants and stuff like that, as long as they go to these institutions and do what they got to do, hey, at the end of the day, hey, as long as we get food, we cool. You know? But it says here, the Tucson Citizen newspaper of November 3rd, 1988, printed a photograph of some people involved in a march for literacy. And it clearly demonstrated that at least some of the people in America are now asking their government to make them their slaves. It says, pictures showed the demonstrator carrying a picket sign that read, Uncle Sam, we want you to support us. But Mr. Huxley gave us a date when we can expect these changes to occur, and he wrote the following book, which is in 1958. But he said the 21st century will be the era of world controllers, meaning your global cabal, your elites. This is the reason why you got this guy, Cotton Swab. You know, this is why you got this guy, Cotton Swab, basically telling you that they've assumed the identity of authority over the WHO, man.
Right.
This is why this guy Biden has signed over bills in order to protect them and give them immunity for the shit they getting ready to do.
Yeah.
You know, because they're forwarding this new world order agenda, man.
Yeah.
All right, and it says here, and when he told us why these controllers would not fail, it says the older dictators failed because they could never supply their subjects with enough bread and enough circuses, enough miracles and mysteries. But under scientific dictatorship, education will really work, with the result that most men and women will grow up to love their servitude and would never dream of revolution.
Yeah. See, because you always had a philosophical or religious sect of these empires, man. Like in the Greeks, they had the city of Athens, man, where all these philosophers would battle, and they would debate all these different things.
Yep.
And that's what they would tell you stories about the Greek gods. That kept the people bought into when they would go to war, man. They would really think they were praying to Ares and going to the war, man. In the Babylonians, they had the Chaldeans, man, which are basically a bunch of witches. Yep. But that was their religion and their philosophy. Yep. That's how he comes in. He has a sword, he has a philosophy, all right, and he needs money. That's what all three empires need. And today, Esau has that in the trilateral city, man. All right, he's got America for the sword, he's got London for the money, all right, and he's got the Vatican for the wine and philosophers. You know, because every so-called religion in this society, when you look at it, it all eventually branches up to that bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. So it says there seems to be no good reason why thoroughly scientific dictatorship should ever be overthrown. So they already had it in plan. You know what I'm saying? Their whole plan was to do away and chip away at the old world and set up this new shit what we got going on now. This is the reason why in the next few months, hey, hopefully not you niggas getting ready to be eating. You're probably eating bugs already, man. Half the meat in the goddamn store is not even real. You know what I'm saying? You guys buy chicken that ain't real chicken, man. They approve of lab-grown meats, man. So all that shit y'all get from Jay's, hey, you're probably eating a real person, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know how much Jake loved the chicken.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The meat ain't real.
Right. And then Esau passed that law recently, or he's trying to pass the law where you don't even have to tell people the difference between real meat and that lab-grown shit, man. So once they get that stamp, you know the FDA gonna approve it. Because they approve every damn thing else. You approve both of y'all ain't nothing y'all ain't gonna approve, man.
Yep.
You see, if you approve a drug like fentanyl and let that shit go free, man, what won't this nigga approve? You see, so when they get that lab grown shit in there, y'all gonna be eating that shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna have to worry about it, man, because we under the covering of the Yahweh Shem Shai.
Well, hey, they did. I saw a video on TikTok, man. They was showing. I guess it was like some must meat meatball. It was like some fake meatballs and some shit, and they were trying to feed it to the animal. The animals didn't even want to eat that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because you know why? Because they found out the only way to rapidly grow meat, the only kind of cells in your body that can replicate that quick are cancer cells. Cancer cells are the only cells that can just spin up. Because he starts with a little piece of that big and he grows that shit out, man, in a very quick process. Cancer is the only meat or type of cell that can grow that way, man. So of course the animal is gonna look at that shit. They know. But this ain't no regular fucking protein, man.
Hey, this is what y'all do, man. Go do it. Y'all brothers got dogs, right? Go buy a Big Mac or a double cheeseburger and have your dog to sniff it. I guarantee he won't eat it. He won't eat it. Yeah. The only dogs that dumb enough to eat goddamn chicken McNuggets is the ones the black woman own. Like my mama, she had a fucking Chihuahua, and she wondered why the dog died, man. Nigga used to eat chicken nuggets, bro. I said, why are you feeding him that? That's not in a dog's diet. The dog should have sense enough to sniff it out and say this is not real food. But she's programmed the nigga, giving him table food. Now this nigga, every time he go past McDonald's, she gotta get this nigga a 6-piece McNugget. I come in and at that time, Jake eating shit. I come in and get one of the niggas nuggets. And she like, nah, that's for the dog. I'm like, well, damn.
Right. And that's sad, bro. You know what dogs' digestion eat? The dog is literally made to eat a 3-day-old carcass, man.
Yeah.
A dead carcass and be fine.
Yeah.
But somehow he can't eat a goddamn Big Mac, man. That should tell you everything we need to know in the script. You said it earlier that we're gonna eat poison and live, man. I don't know how the hell I made it here, man.
Yeah, bro.
I've had how many Big Macs and double quarter pounder of cheese,
Bro. You can't pay me to eat a
cardboard French fries, man. Them shit's good in the first 30 seconds. But after that, man, that shit is a goddamn
Bro.
styrofoam in your stomach, man.
I went to McDonald's last week to use the Wi-Fi, bro. That shit smells so fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what in the world? I'm like, how can food this bad smell that damn good?
Right.
Because you smell the French fries, man. It smell like butter and salt.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that shit smell good. It smell like you better get your ass out of here quick before you end up giving in. I'm like, you know.
Somebody posted on YouTube recently, man. The bread over there in Europe is like 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
And over here is 30, bro.
Yeah.
How do you get the 30 ingredients for some bread, bro? It's wheat. It's water, it's a little bit of yeast.
Yeah, oil, yeah.
Well, that's it.
Like,
Let it ride.
how do you get the 30 ingredients, man? That's why it's witchcraft, man. Even the fact that it smells good, man. That's Esau got niggas down to a science, man. I gotta cut off my Facebook feed every goddamn November because niggas talking about the McRib, man. You niggas are that excited over a goddamn processed 20% meat, man. Like, come on, man.
There's a precept that goes into it. This is Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. So this was a part of a punishment the Lord put on us. We really can't eat nothing, man. We can go to a bison farm right now and go get some fucking bison. But in that same bison farm, man, they might be slaughtering that bison. They might just got done cutting up a hog with that same knife.
Yeah,
So
man.
we thinking we buying some damn bison. Finally, man, I got some clean, some grass-fed bison, organic. This is bison, man. You eating that shit, you don't know it got some fucking pork juice on the on the meat because the little fucking butcher used the same knife from a hog with the damn bison.
They're not conscious of what they do. This is why, like everything you eat is defiled. Like if I go to a restaurant and I see them cooking bacon on the same, I would literally have to make that shit up. I'm like, you gotta scrape that shit off, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't avoid it,
And even with that, the law says you gotta break the whole grill and destroy it. So you can't even win for lose for shit, man.
Now, brothers, hey, you know how they say you can sue for false advertisement, right? You can sue for false advertisement. Now, check this out. Now, I want y'all to know if this is cap or not. Now, I looked up, it says, what are the ingredients in a McDonald's patty? This is what they said. It says, here are the facts. It says, all of our burger patties in the U.S. are always made with 100% USDA inspected beef. Okay, so they admit that it's 100% beef, but what else is in that shit?
Yeah. 100% inspected.
It's-
He'll play on words, man.
It says the only ingredient is 100% real beef. But wait a minute, if it's beef, why you gotta say real beef? Like, why you even gotta convince people that the shit is real if it's real to begin with?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gotta say, oh, this is a real shoe. Nigga like, nah, this is
Right.
knockoff, bro. Why you gotta say it's real?
Why does the rest of the world, 160 countries, ban ground beef, man?
Yeah.
Why do they ban it, man? If it's real, man, you go over there to McDonald's in France, they got different standards over there, man.
Yeah.
They don't let them bring that same beef they sell over here. You can't sell over there in France, man. You know? They boycotted that shit. They go like, fuck no, we ain't eating this shit, man. Put what in there?
And it says the only thing that we ever add is a touch of salt and pepper when the patties are sizzling hot on the grill. For one thing, this beef ain't supposed to be frozen. You ain't supposed to be able to freeze that shit like in patties like that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And beef is not supposed to be that pink.
Yeah.
All right. What is this, a Mario Brother convention?
This is the
And
weirdest,
you know what?
weirdo shit in the world.
You can't trust this devil. Yeah, they got it printed saying 100%, but you can't trust that, man. They lie their asses off, man. Come on, man. How much?
You know what?
How the fuck you got that many damn cows to meet the demand for all these people? You know how many people buy McDonald's like clockwork? Going, man.
Yeah. Ain't that many beef you slaughtering beef? Hey, you literally should. If you McDonald's is real, you literally should have a farm that and literally have an import of cattle come. You literally got to be slaughtering cattle by the fucking minute
Right.
to feed that many people, man.
Right. Anything you can sell for 99 cents, man, you gotta look at that shit. I'm sorry. I know Jake fall on hard time. That's unfortunate. We gotta eat the shit. You know, that's the cheap shit.
And the shit tastes good.
Yeah, bro. Because you know that's all niggas don't care about, bro. Does it taste good, man?
You can't even get a 99 cent no more. That
Yeah.
dollar bill is gone at McDonald's.
Yeah, bro.
Everything is $6 and up.
Bro, and crazy part about, Jake just try to get by, maybe I eat the fries. You can't even eat the hash browns. Now peep this. Now I said, what is ingredients in McDonald's buns? It says, okay, wheat flour, which contains calcium carbonate or carbonate, iron, nicotine, and thiamine, right? Okay, now iron is okay. Like a carbonate is almost like a baking soda, like almost like a substance or like a salt. That's okay, that's fine in levels, right? You don't even need too much iron in your shit because if you eat too much iron, you become constipated. But it says thiamine, water, sugar, rapeseed oil, glazed water, pea protein, dextrose, maize starch, salt, soybean, yeast, water, sugar, folic acid. Wait a minute, man. What the fuck are you doing putting dextrose in a hamburger bun, man?
That's right.
And nicotine, that was one of the other ingredients you read.
You know dextrose, bro, you ever heard you know the shit they put in antifreeze? Like if you ever like a city bus, right? They function off what they call they got something that keeps the system from not freezing up called Dexcool, which is basically piss. You know what I'm saying? Piss and like ingredients they use in antifreeze. You put it in a reservoir so the engine doesn't lock up and it keeps the system kind of running hot.
Yeah.
In the case of climate weather. All newer vehicles and air brake vehicles require you to have it. Anything that's like over like 24,000 tons of axle or something like that, you gotta put dextrose in it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Dexcool. They sell this shit in AutoZone. What the fuck is this doing in your food? How are they getting away with these ingredients, man?
Right. There's probably a sweetener. Now, you know in biology, anything that ends with OS or OSC, glucose, fructose, sucrose, those are all sugars, man.
Yeah.
Now, he's named the shit after that, but it's not really a sugar, man. Like you got something called sucralose, which sounds very similar to sucrose. But sucrose is a pesticide, man. That's how he discovered that it was sweet when he was trying to make a pesticide. He go, oh, this shit is sweet too, and there's no calories. So he just threw this shit in the energy drinks, man. You see? So he plays on the mind, man. Dextrose, all of this shit is made up poison, man.
And they supposed to put a fucking warning label on this shit, bro.
Right.
Bro, like in other countries, they gotta slap warning labels on these things because like the food is getting bad in other countries too because you saw it spreading the GMO. But like when you go to McDonald's in Europe, bro, like their French fries, it's like 3 ingredients: it's potatoes, it's starch, and salt and pepper, man. It ain't 20 different ingredients, man. Why you gotta have 20 different ingredients in French fries, bro?
Yeah. He making a bag off you on that shit too. That's why he could sell it for 99 cents for years over here. And over there, he can't do that, man.
He's selling cheaper than the shit he costs to put in there, man.
Right.
A bottle of antifreeze, a good bottle of antifreeze gonna run your ass 15, 16 bucks.
Yeah, come on.
How the hell are you selling a large crop for $1.99, man? A bag of potatoes go for like $3, $4, man.
Right.
That's why we knew immediately. What we saw was like 1 cent burgers recently.
Bro, it was
That's how you knew immediately, man. Like, oh, hell no, man.
Hey, was it 1 cent junior bacon cheeseburgers? You remember that when everybody went and bought that shit 2 months ago?
Right.
Yeah, they was selling 55-cent double cheeseburgers, and hey, they was selling 1 cent junior bacon cheeseburgers, man.
Right.
And I get it, Jake falls on hard times, man. But hey, man, if you can avoid eating that shit, please.
Right.
Like, you know, Whataburger, man. Hey, honestly speaking, Whataburger got some good burgers, but I can't eat a Whataburger for shit. If I eat a Whataburger, I won't shit for 3 days.
That turned my stomach up.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It do be good, but like every time I eat it now, it's like
It wasn't used to be like that,
It's
man.
death, bro. Like you can literally, you can't, bro. It bags me up, bro. Like if I eat Whataburger, I literally have to take sea lemon husk. I gotta take slippery elm bark, all the shit that's gonna get it. I gotta poop it out immediately,
you
bro.
instantly get bloated like that shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't always like that. 'Cause I remember back in Florida when I stayed in Florida, like over 10 years ago, like there was a Whataburger down there. That shit was good, man.
Yeah.
San Antonio, the same way.
Yeah,
Texas, yeah.
Texas, that whole, the South, bro, that shit was good. Now, bro, like, you like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
One thing open the Whataburger, shit. We make some plans, you know what I'm saying? Jake making plans. Eat some late night goddamn food,
Man, bro.
Right,
The
yeah.
fuck?
As soon as I tried that shit when I was out here and they released it, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not Whataburger.
Horrible.
I was mad as hell. I was like, this shit is not the same,
Horrible.
man.
Hey, you right? You remember we used to come in the crib, bro? We be out kicking and shit. Jake be tipsy, man. We go to Whataburger, man. Fuck that shit.
That's about the only way you can eat it on. You know, Jake tore up on the sauce, man.
Yeah.
You know? And you like, oh, fuck, your stomach kind of pushed you to do it.
Yeah.
Your stomach already kind of fucked up anyway from drinking. So it's like, it washes out, you know? But
Yeah.
that shit is not, this shit is not good for you, man.
Nah, it's not.
You know, I'm not scoffing at the brother that gets it, but it's like, you know, you gotta pray over this food. You gotta pray over,
have to.
of everything, man.
You have
Even
to.
the water you taking a shower with, man, is leaching oils out of your skin.
Yep.
You know, you're dry, you're getting rashes and shit. We ain't supposed to get rashes.
Yep.
You know, we supposed to be sleeping on clean linen sheets, man, out of purified water, man, bathing in nice oils.
Yep.
You know,
Uh,
it's really demonic, man.
That's why we gotta get out of here, man. That's why we need deliverance. That's why we prophesying against this place, man. We gotta warn you people, let you know how much death is at the door, man. It's everywhere you go.
Yep.
From the water you drink, the air we're breathing in right now, all these cars driving, releasing these fumes and shit, man. Smelling cigarette smoke. You know, I'm trying to sit over here and light some damn frankincense because I'm tired of smelling they fucking cigarette smoke.
Cigarette smoke. The cigarette smoke is outweighed. I'm thinking like I know this brother is not lighting up cigarettes, but I know I wasn't tripping.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute, he's lighting up frankincense and incense, and yet I'm smelling fucking cigarette. I don't even smell that, and that's some potent stuff, man. I'm like, wait a minute, man, you're breathing it, bro. How in the hell? That's how toxic it is. They ain't supposed to dissipate in air, bro. Bro, literally, cigarette smoke, if they're smoking that shit, it don't really dissolve right away. It just pushes it. A nigga be smoking across the street, and you would think that the wind or the air would dissolve it. Instead, the wind will push it over here to you.
Yeah.
Like, when we went down to P&L, bro, we was sitting on the thing. I'm like, man, who the fuck is smoking, bro? Like, literally, we're out in the open air, fresh air. Yeah, you smell a cigarette smoke, man.
Nobody wants to smell
I want
that.
to smell that shit, man.
Ventilation is not working at all.
I'd rather smell some weed before I smell that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't supposed to be burning that marijuana. You ain't supposed to be burning that shit, man. You know? But I got a precept real quick, and we got like 2 minutes left. Y'all got the last precept. But this is the book of Mark 16 and 18. It says they should take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it should not hurt them, and they should lay hands on the sick, and they should recover, man. Are you good, brother? You famous today, man.
Hey, I'm always famous, baby.
Hey, it's right, Jake. No, but hey, man, it says we should eat poison and we gonna live, man, because the food supply is really tainted, man. Like, brothers, we don't know what a real piece of steak tastes like for real, man. But when we get in the kingdom, man, when I say that we gonna eat, our foods are gonna be fresh. They're gonna be, hey, it ain't gonna be none of that leftover shit, bro. Leftovers gonna be an afterthought, like leftovers, like, man. Cause hey, Solomon, they was so wealthy to the point that, bro, if a fly land don't go, bro, they was throwing away pure gold plates, bro. like what the fuck? Like,
They
man,
can't
you
even
tripping?
imagine
I'm
that.
getting that out the like, what are you doing?
They can't even imagine that, man.
Man, you break a plate in my house, I'm ready to kick the whole house out, man. Like, y'all
Right,
gotta
right.
get the fuck out of here. You breaking shit, man. These men were throwing away gold. I wouldn't even call them silverware. You know, because technically silverware in the ancient world, you was actually getting minerals from it, man.
Yeah.
Even the gold. Even if that's why they drunk out of vessels, man. Because copper vessels contain what they call antifungal properties, which helps kill parasites, man. You know? So we all fucked up, man. That silverware in there, Jordan, that ain't real silverware, man.
No. They just call it silverware, man.
Silverware is supposed to
aluminum.
be made out of silver, man.
Yeah.
Some of these houses in Ward Parkway, though,
Yeah.
you go in there, China says they got, that's real silver, man. They have
Yeah.
actual silverware.
Oh yeah.
That's why you be having Consuela in there, be working for Esau, all of a sudden the fork go missing, man.
I remember seeing that, man, coming up as kids. I came across some real silverware. She was gold, man.
It
Gold
has some weight to it. It has weight to it, yeah.
He had it in a case, a locked case, in a box. I'm like, what did you box on? I didn't know as a kid. Now looking as a day, oh, that was some real expensive shit. That was real fine eating right there, man.
Even actually real China cabinets, like y'all know back in the day, like when our grandparents had their real furniture, you actually needed a moving crew to move it. Real wood, like a China cabinet, that shit weight 400-500 some pounds, man. You ain't just gonna be able to pick that motherfucker up and nah, man. They real wood, bro.
My pops had one of the China set when I was a kid, man.
You get your ass whooped you doing that China cabinet. They always say stay away from the China, man.
I almost hit on football in the house one time, and man, almost knocked the glass. I almost got our ass whooped.
Boy. See your ass.
Good China, you know, they get mad, man.
Yeah.
They can save up 2 years of his paycheck to buy a China set.
Bro, yeah. That and them heavy ass floor models, man. Them TVs, bro.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
yeah,
like
yeah.
big ass bricks sitting on the floor.
That wasn't that IKEA shit, man.
Nah, hell
that was
nah.
straight solid oak, mahogany.
Yeah.
You know, not this shit. They fill this shit with wood shavings and glue. The shit light as hell, but then it shit break down on you after about 8 months, man.
Like these new flat screen TVs, that shit's trash, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The new TV, that shit is trash, bro. Like the TV's only like 20-30 pounds. Only thing you really get, only thing that's good about it is the fucking light. It's the HD, what do you call it, the LED light. That's it. But it's cheap materials, man.
Yeah.
That ain't, man, them TVs, bro. Hey, if you got a TV that lasts more than 3-4 years, consider yourself blessed, because they only good for like 3-4 years anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and you got motherfuckers paying $1,000 for it. They call it like QLED, which is like a lower light. It's good for video games and shit. You got motherfucker with a 75-inch TV paying fucking $1,800 for that shit that's only gonna last 3 years.
Yeah.
This is why they tell you to get a warranty on it, man.
Right.
Anything you buy electronic, I don't give a fuck if it's a joystick. You better get a warranty on it, man.
Yeah.
You know? Straight up. You go ahead, bro.
This book of Revelation 2, verse 26 says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
That's right, man. Not shared rulership, not shared custody of these nations. Y'all gonna have y'all land, but it's gonna be a pecking order, man.
Sir.
You know, you gonna report to every Israelite. If there's an Issacharite happening, guess what? All of y'all report to him. We don't give a fuck if you're a Moabite, man. Because y'all are our inheritance, man. That was our promise. The Lord said y'all literally belong to us, man. We are the nation, man.
I'm done. Do I get any more precepts? It's getting dark anyway. Well, we're going to close out, give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you were edified into the next lesson, to the next week. Shalom.
Shalom.